Hello everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to this World of Warcraft stream. Dark Enforcer, thank you for the 37-month reset. Hazel, what treats do we need to train you with so you upload the YouTube VODs faster? Is your brain broken due to puppy power? Sorry. Howdy. Haley, thank you for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. Morning 6 months now. How? It goes real fast. It goes real quick. Game, I wonder if you could click in. I understand that it's not showing my stream right now, and I would love for it to. You can do it. You can do it. We're on retail, I promise. I swear. Is this what happens? Yeah, here, let me. Oh no, I've died. It's a good thing. It's not hardcore. Let me mess with this for a second. Let me see. This one still says that. Okay. Where's the reboot button? Whoops, a daisy do. Juicy Snug Bubble, thank you for the 9-month resub. It's a pretty kitty. Yeah. She's a good girl. She's real good. Screen share, rename, delete, duplicate. No. Yeah. That's very strange. That's very strange. I mean, we haven't streamed for a few days, but like, usually it works, you know? If I go into this screen, this should work, yeah. That's my monitor capture, so you can see that Night Flame's having a bad day. He was trying to loot a smelly trash pile, and I forgot that I don't know how to play him. Ravalia, thank you for the 20-month resub. Almost 2 years, because you're my favorite Hazel to Hazel, because I like Hazel. Aw, shucks. Thank you, Ravalia. Am I excited about new dragon races? Can't say that I am. Didn't know there were new ones right now. It'll be a later me problem. I have a list of 6 things that are written down on my page, none of which were dyed to the trash. I'd love to fix this though before I get going, because this is gonna be kinda, this is gnarly. This is gonna drop frames. Baba B5, thank you for the 12-month resub. They had a challenge and reverse challenge. Oh, they're mean. Comp Stomp is not on my page. Forgot this was retail, nearly had a moment. That would have been quite the start to the week. Yeah, this really doesn't want to work, does it? I mean, I guess I can just I swear there was a reboot button. I'm not using OBS anymore. I'm using not that one. I'm using Twitch Studio, and it's never done this to me before. How could this happen to me? All right, well, let's try and add a new one. Anything? No? I can't stream this whole time with nothing. Oh boy. Phineas, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate it very much. Oh, thank you very much. Did some of the secrets relieve they're not as difficult as the secret chains you see? Suggest you try them, but also suggest that you don't do them on stream. Find it hard to think and talk anyway. That's fair. That's a probably pretty reasonable assessment. I am not always known for my problem solving while streaming. I had some weird dreams about streaming last night, and I want to tell them to you, but I want to fix this first. What else can I do short of like rebooting the whole thing? Because that's a bummer. I don't want to have to kill the whole stream and bring it back up if I can avoid it. It's this one. Just doesn't seem. Oh, you know what? Let me reboot WoW. Actually, let me do that. That's a thing I can try. Dream surges are a bit lame. Thought you were showing us a hardcore corpse. Just a casual jump scare top of the stream on Wednesday. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Would you look at that? I fixed it. Well, that one fixed it anyway. So I may need to actually, so let's scoot that down a few. Wait, no. Because, okay, well, that's very strange. Is this one okay? It is, but I need to come back because I've lost myself. Hazel, you go up here, and then alerts are up there. Drop shadow can be like up there. Sure. What else do I have? A BRB screen? Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, good enough. That'll work. That'll work. See things in WoW now. You do. That's true. Fancy that. Should I fix Night Flame? Should we help the poor boy out? He had a Karakta in front of him too. Karakta is on my list, but it's the bottom of my list. He's trained secret partner to upload so he can earn. Yeah, I don't know about that. You can vendor BOE Mogs. You'll auto learn the appearance. Cool. Oh, that's neat. I knew that you could do that with Grays. I haven't seen anything. They must have expanded it. All the screens everywhere at once. Secrets of Azeroth more fun than Dream Surges. I haven't done any Dream Surges yet, so I'm gonna try it out on stream today. My understanding was that it was more of like an alt gearing thing than it was like a main content situation. But I could be still missing out on something. Is that an elite? It is an elite. All right, never mind. I wanted that trash pile, but I'm giving up on it. I'm moving on. I'm heading back to Karakta. It's like up and in front of me, so I think I might post a group just in case anybody else in the world, aside from me, is still doing Karakta. We'll throw that up there because Mr. Nightflame certainly cannot solo that. Tell us your list. Speaking of secrets, was Dirt Pile 6 found yet? Nelf Heritage Armor is gorgeous. Questline is irritating. Oh no! Works for all armor qualities now. Oh, that's nice. Interesting. That'll help me a lot, I think, with getting item IDs, because half the time I don't even notice with a green that I have it learned from another item. More alt gearing, but I want them out. It's on my weird. Disappointed by the Dream Surge gear color. Thought it would be greenish or something else. It's a recolor of like an existing set, right? Like it's what is Time Rifts? Time Rifts. I thought it was a not Dawn of the Infinite. Was it this one, or am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Labware. I don't know. I could be talking out of my butt. Treasure's unique. Yeah, I thought it was a recolor of this stuff. Green would have made sense. Oh well. Disappointed. Yeah. Tried to do in the Undead Heritage. Got to 50. You have to do the Shadowlands quest first. Never brought this tune to the Shadowlands. Huh. I might run into that problem actually because I may run into that problem also. One of the things I'd like to try and take a look at is Undead Heritage and Night Elf Heritage. I don't know how long they would take. I want to try and poke around at those today, but my undead character has also never been to the Shadowlands. She's a young undead. She's recently crawled out of the grave. Tried doing the Undead Heritage, got to 50. Oh, I read that one already. Takes a little more doing than the Nelf. Okay. Maybe I'll start the Nelf one first then. So, on my list of things that Hazel wants to do in retail, because I have not really logged into retail aside from raid logging for a couple of weeks. I've been having too much fun in hardcore. And I'm still having fun in hardcore, but I figured that patch week is a good time to poke around and see what's going on in here. I want to open my vault. I want to open my vault on my evoker because she'll have at least one thing, and I want to hope that it's a piece of transmog because she won't have enough vault options unlocked to. She will not have enough vault options unlocked to get a socket. So I'm just kind of hoping for Mog. I want to try out a Dream Surge. Those are... They're experiencing Dream Surges. I don't know if that's a thing that I'm going to have to show up for at a specific time, a la Time Rifts or Researchers. But I'll poke around at that. I want to try that out on one of my priests. I was thinking my Gnome Priest for that. And then Forsaken and Night Elf Heritage. And then for regular retail things that I wanted to get back into, I want to do at least one day of Whelp Daycare quests. Hey! And then I wanted to do Karakta. Thank you. Shout out to this mage for hopefully not just realm hopping. Yay, they're here. Next one is in 20 minutes, every half hour, every 30 minutes, okay? Okay. I can here, I'll write that down. 30 minutes. So that's pretty reasonable to try and hit. Okay. Well, that's one person. We might need more. Not really. The only thing that rotates time-wise, choosing the buff every half hour. Oh. Selena, thank you for the 32-month resub. What would I have to do if I haven't received my Twitch drop after claiming it? I would... Well, I don't know. I'm not Twitch or Blizzard support. My best guess is anything that the FAQ article would say. I'm guessing give it a bit of time. Double check that the right accounts are connected, that kind of thing. Sometimes it takes a bit to come through. Different server cluster, can't find the group. We are Alliance and we are North America, so any Horde players or any European players wouldn't be able to find this listing. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Would help kill it, can't see the group. Did I put it in a bad spot? Let me edit it. Let me delist. Let me make sure we're in. No, we're in custom. Dungeons, raids, start a group, list group. No, we're in custom groups. Custom groups. Horde emoji, yeah. Happy Wednesday. How you guys doing? How was your Monday, Tuesday? Hi, kitty cat. I had some nice time off. I played a decent amount of hardcore. I did go outside and I did some outside world stuff too. I did leave my home. But during the time that I was at home, especially if Puppy was napping, I was playing hardcore. I was leveling my hunter. Did the Nelf and Undead armor quest. Those were fun. Hazel, this is my last stream before I go into college. Really nervous / excited. Oh, congratulations! That's so exciting. That's awesome. You are going to have a wonderful time. How is Hunter in hardcore? I am really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It seems faster to me than the Warlock I was doing, although I still want to do Warlock as well. Hunter seems like you've got a lot of tools. I've been kind of workshopping how I'm playing it and making tweaks here and there. I'm at a point in my life in Hunter Hardcore where I have keybound every one of my pet's abilities. So I have a cat. It's now Trout the cat, Tuna the cat, Tuna the cat, maybe no more, but Trout the cat, who's a different cat, is with me. I've got a bite and a claw, and then growl, and I have a keybind for all 3 of them. So I spend more time playing my pet than I spend playing my hunter, because all my hunter's really doing is Hunter's Mark, maybe a Serpent Sting if the mob's gonna live for a minute, and then like auto shot. Arcane shot, unless I'm tagging something, kind of isn't worth the mana for it. So my hunter is mostly just auto-shotting things, which means that my fingers are pretty free to micromanage the heck out of my pet, and I'm able to manage threat and aggro a lot better doing that. So, so I've been playing my hunter mostly by playing as my cat, but with my hunter just kind of turreting in the background, and that's going very well. I have yet to die. She is currently level 25. I am in Ashenvale. I've kind of done all of the Ashenvale quests that I feel safe doing. I may go poke around the wetlands now. I played a good chunk. I'm so pleased with it. I was having such a wonderful time. Yeah, she's still alive. She's 25. You've been busy. I also went to the Master's Glaive, and I did laps around it for hours, both farming and also avenging you. So whichever of those mobs did it, they've died 25 times over. In your memory. Got my second hardcore tune up to level 10, same day she died, because I totally don't have a problem and can stop at any time. It's just too fun. The roguelike aspect of it I hadn't even thought of, but it's totally, that's what gets me, is every time I die I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do everything different this time. Thank you very much, people. Appreciate that. Night Flame has done his Karakta run for the day. I'm going to leave party here. Let's take Inksy over to check out the Dream Surge. It doesn't start for another 15, but I bet we can work on some stuff. And then, Dorda was telling me that I should pick up some quests at the Ruby Life Shrine, something like that. So we'll go poke around, take a look. Will there be more hardcore streams? I was loving them. Yeah, I think so. I think there will be. I'm nervous now because it's been going so well off stream. I am nervous to play. Actually, hang on. Let's do Vault first. I'm nervous to play my... Oh, I found another thing to write down. I never did Trader's Post, so I bet we can do some stuff for that bar too. I am nervous to play my hunter or just hardcore in general, on stream again. Because I've only died once in hardcore, and I was streaming when I died. So, you know, that's definitely, that has to be why. Huh. Alright. This is my evoker. I was looking at the trading post. I haven't done anything yet for it. I'm gonna go open my vault. That seems reasonable. Let's just fly to Valdraken. Died 2 days ago doing the level 20 rogue quest. Tragedy. Oh no. I've seen so many mages dying to their class quest, the one that summons the little rift monsters. I've never done that quest, and I'm unlikely to because I don't feel like a mage. But I run Deathlog, and holy moly, people just get eaten by that thing. What colors did we end up getting for the Night Elf Heritage? I don't know yet. It's a good question. Happy about the crab mount. Mage quest is terrible. They all die for a +5 hit rope. You could make another character that means nothing to you, Kappa. I mean, anything will start to mean something to me the longer that I live on it. I'm having a lot of fun. The longer I play and the more I see so-and-so has reached level 60 and then the game plays little applause sounds like, yay! I'm like, I want that to be me. I want to do that. One day, I'll make that server-wide sound happen. Believe. Yeah, that's not what I want. That's not why I'm here. I am out of Darkshore. I'm nearly out of Ashenville. I too wish for little sound accolades. Fighting those Trogs in Loch Madan. Escape with literally 1 HP. Oh, those are so dangerous. Let to Crocton. Nice mage gave me the pet anyways. What a nice player. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's the other thing that might make streaming hardcore a little bit dull. Is that I'm not doing anything interesting. I will occasionally do a quest. But for the most part, I'm just picking a grind spot and I'm grinding. Filling up my bags, vendor some stuff, fill up my bags, vendor some stuff, buy some arrows, vendor some stuff, shoot a bunch of things, repeat forever. I get a bunch of greens, I sell them, I use the gold to buy greens that are more relevant to me. It's a lot of grinding, which is good because I like grinding, but it might not be that exciting to watch on stream. I'm opening my vault. Therapeutic, yeah. Have you done Secrets of Azeroth at all? Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Is this? Oh, it's a ring. That's a bummer. Alright, well, I suppose these choices were unlocked more than a week ago. Whoopsie-daisy-do. I guess I'll take 2 of the thingies. And then I guess I'll save them up towards a socket eventually. Alright. That's that. That's one thing off the list. Vault. Crossed off. No more vault. Did Allison have a vault? Did she do? I did. I don't know. I can't be bothered. Let's go on Inksy. I was gonna say, I think I did some amount of raid on the Shadow Roost, but I don't know. Great streamer game for the slower pace, makes it easy to manage chat. Yeah, I think we'll mix it in. If not, go back to it altogether. We'll have to see. I think that patch 10.17 seems nice, but I don't know that it's gonna have too much for me to do that I wasn't already doing. So I think that I have a pretty good window. I think a lot of people are actually streaming hardcore and doing the Dragonflight drops. What are we doing? I'm just checking to see if Karak is up. War mode off. While I'm in the area. Yeah, I think we can stream as much hardcore as we want, and I'm probably gonna prefer that, but I do want to mix in a couple of retail streams here and there, because I know that there have to be people that really prefer watching retail that have been very patiently waiting for me to, that have been very patiently waiting, and I owe it to those people to do a few retail streams here and there. Also, it'll be good for me to remember what's going on in this game. I do like it, and I plan to come back to it eventually. Congrats on all the profession achievements. Why, thank you. Do you have plans to work on the ones you don't have? No, not really. Not unless they bribe me with something that I really want, but I don't generally do achievements for their own sake. Do you find yourself focusing more on the game now that you've gotten higher level, given the investment? Yeah, I've started to feel my attachment grow to the point where I feel like if I die, I'm going to be upset. The level 15 death was rough because that was 14 hours of my life, but we're now talking quite a bit more than 14 hours. I don't know what my most recent slash played is, but it's a few. And I would be a bit, I'd be a bit upset to see that go away. So yeah, I've been a little bit more tense. It's hard because like I'm cozy and I'm grinding, but I'm also a little bit at all times just like. Playing hardcore right now. Haven't logged on retail yet. Speculations on what the next patch name would be. Definitely not something Emerald. I don't know. I'd have to guess. I'd have to make something up. One reason to stream retail if stream's a distraction. I think the smart move for streaming hardcore would be to just stick to very safe grinding, basically. Stick to very safe, straightforward. Do I have any like food buffs I can do here? Grinding. There's Shadowlands augment race, sure. I'll eat a dragon egg. Deviled eggs. No pirates. Definitely not pirates. But yeah, if I'm in an area where I feel confident that even if I get respawns on top of me, and even if I kind of like accidentally pull an extra thing, that I'll be able to kill it no problem, then that's probably fine. But I should not be like going into caves. I should not be attempting escort. I mean, I pretty much never should be attempting escort quests. No escort quests. Nothing that seems dicey because it's just not worth it to me right now. Or potentially ever. I'm just too invested in wanting to get to 60 and being perfectly happy to take it extremely slow and steady. Getting to a point that I'm afraid to go alone. My hardcore experience made me understand that Boar's sketch, and I think it was South Park. Yeah. I just really like, I wonder if I can take this on my own. I really like grinding. I've always liked grinding in WoW. I've always liked just farming mobs to see what drops. I think that it's so exciting when you get greens to drop. You get to see if they're like good stats. Do you want to vendor it? Do you want to sell it? Can you use it? My bag space is still a struggle. I constantly go back and forth between wanting to get rid of my herb pouch and just like manage how many herbs I'm carrying around and get another like 10 or 12 slot bag, or keep the herb pouch and then not be able to, not have to like vendor herbs that I may or may not continue to need. I have some item level. I don't know if I have like solo and Karokta levels of item level though. That's like 12 mil health. Oh, I also have to scoop, so 1 second. What? I wonder if the Karokta farm is ever going to be like a wait until next expansion and then solo it kind of thing. If I waited too long, it seems like, and maybe it's just because it's like patch week, so people are doing other stuff, and also people are playing like hardcore, and people are, I don't know, going back to school. I don't know exactly what it is, but people are not really queuing up for Karokta, that's for sure. Tempted to just be like, I'm gonna try it. Grinding Zereth Mortis while watching streams in Netflix. As long as I don't carry more than 12 herbs, regular bag's just more valuable. Yeah. Yeah, it's, oh, there's a third person. There's a third person. Yeah. If I can, I mean, I said 12 slot. I'm using 10 slot bags. Mage Weave bags, I think, will come down in price, but right now they're still a bit unreasonable. All right, we're going. We're in business. One person's almost here. The other person is on their way, but not here yet. Half empty most of the time for me anyway. As I'm getting into higher levels, I'm starting to get a wider variety of herbs. I'm also starting to like out level and no longer need the Lobia herbs, but I'm pretty much using as many elixirs as I can put up. So sometimes I do still need to carry around some. It kind of just depends on, I'm in a weird spot with my alchemy, so it's not full, but I think it's worth it for me to keep the herb pouch there just to not have to stress about it. I would rather just not worry about it. It does mean that I'm vendoring pretty often, but that's okay. I just pick farm spots that are not too far from vendors. Born of the Northern Sea, thank you for the 28-month resub. Happiest of days to you, Miss Hazel. Do you do all the Heritage Armor quests? Do I do all the Heritage Armor quests? I can't honestly say that I do. I have done some of the Heritage Armor quests. I will do more of them. I don't know about all of them. I think the odds of me ever getting Worgen done is not wildly high. I don't think we're close. All right. There's 4 people. YOLO. I don't know what my spec is, by the way. I didn't look. I'm gonna miss the dream search. Who is in your party? Other people that need Karokta. It's a public group. I joined a pug. Hi, Hazel. What's up, Jans? How you doing? I saw you back on retail. Did anything, is everything okay in hardcore life? Is everything all good? You good? Herbs and elements take a lot of bag space. BRB, grabbing cereal. Glad I got the correct amount. Did not realize people are not queuing up for it anymore. It used to be packed. Takes a little bit to do. This group did eventually find some people. I think you guys may be helping me out a little bit with this one. I think that like at the top of the week it might be more packed. But yeah, it's definitely not as popping as it was. I think I've missed my window a little bit. Now that you're coming back to retail from hardcore, did your perception change at all? I find myself getting irritated and annoyed by stuff. Doesn't help that I took a break since 10.0. Not yet, but it's early. All I've done so far is kill Karokta twice and die to a random elite of Night Flame. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am leaving this group, and then I want to get out of here. I'm going to Hearth, because I don't feel confident in my abilities to fly out of the caverns. I fly into the caverns. I feel like I'm trying to fly out of them. I'm just gonna hit walls. I don't know how many attempts I am for Karokta. My rarity hasn't really been counting them. So, especially because I sometimes have it turned off. I disabled all my non-updated add-ons recently again. So I don't know. Some. More than 10 and less than 200. Yeah, 15-minute Hearthstone cooldown. Can't complain about that. Alright, Waking Shores is Dream Surge. Let's go to the Ruby Life Pools and have a little look-see. I don't know about the jewel crafting socket items in the Dreambound Nick. I don't think I'm feeling a little out of answers. I don't have the answers to a lot of these questions. I don't know if the Rusted Druid Trent button's fun. Feel the anxiety from classic hardcore still there. Tried to level in full heirloom gear. Got scared if they kill me, even though I know I can kill more. Switch between classic and retail showing some issues for me. I have here, I should probably that's Whelp Daycare. That's not what I need. Let's just poke around. I haven't looked at this yet, so it's going to take me a moment to kind of get my bearings here. That's a flight path. That's a world quest. That's a campaign. This is Dream Surgy. Hello. You want me to do world quests, kill an elite, close a portal, vote for an effect. You're going to give me some armor. Do I want Heals or absorbs. Oh, well, heals, I guess. I can vote with the people. Okay. I need to collect some coalescence and I need to do the portal. Okay. This character is item level 424. She has season 1. She has... Is that season 1? Oh, no, that's season 2 tier. I was going to say she has season 1 tier, but she has season 2 tier. She just has like 424 season 2 tier. I would like to get her some stuff, but I don't even know if she needs upgrades. She must have champion gear generally. She might... Yeah, she probably doesn't even need this. She has veteran bracers. And she has an adventurer trinket that's still pretty garbo, but the rest of her stuff looks reasonable. Are you having a good day? So far, so good. Can't complain. Can't complain. Oh, so like any world quest. Yeah, okay. Let's go do a pet battle. Don't see why not. It's 9:31, so shouldn't there be a dude coming out of a portal? There's a portal. Or some fire. Let's go take a look at that, actually. Let's do that first. Someone needs to give Daralex a strong espresso. Surprised that Warrior was the class with more deaths than any other in hardcore. Oh, Warlock was the class with more deaths, including Warrior. Warriors, for all that they were rumored to be like one of the spiciest classes to play, people sure do play a lot of them. There are a lot of warriors going on in hardcore. I'm pretty impressed by that. When I log into Classic, I have 2 buttons to press and the objective to not die. I don't know if I did the intro quest. I picked up the quest that seemed apparent to me. That is the portal. A dude is coming out. Having so much fun playing Classic Warrior. Level 60 Warriors are the most fun in Classic, though. Yeah, I think a lot of the things that... It's a bit tricky to try and pull lessons out of hardcore that I would want to apply to retail. Because a lot of the things that I like about hardcore just wouldn't fly in retail. I also like having a very, very simple rotation with a very simple objective. But I think that if I was in retail and my objective was to press 2 buttons and not die, it just wouldn't fly the same way. It would get very boring. It would be not... I like the modern combat a lot better. It's nice to just be auto-shotting and turning and having that be enough. But I don't think it would have the staying power without the... I think that the journey has to have an endpoint. I don't think I would do it infinitely. I know that I have the goal of either getting to 60 or just getting as far as I can before I die. For something that I want to continue playing like tier after tier, that needs to be a little more... I like the modern rotations and specs better for that. I think what it is for me right now, or one thing that it is that retail has a lot of great things going on, and there's a lot of great things to do, and you've got a lot of choice, and they've done a good job of making them not all feel mandatory, so you can kind of pick and choose the things that you want to do, and you've got lots of options because they're trying to make a lot of different people happy. But because of that, the whole thing's overwhelming. You've got so many different interlocking systems and currencies and progressions, and you can do some or both or all or none, and it's just overwhelming. It's asking, I think... I don't know if it's asking for too much choice, but it definitely feels a little bit mentally overwhelming to figure out what it is that you're doing and to kind of get yourself in that groove of I know what I want and I know how I'm going to get there and this is my plan for doing it. There's just like too many things to plan, I think. Whereas in something like hardcore or just classic, your plan is very straightforward. The systems are goofy. A lot of the difficulty of classic comes from just the goofiness of this thing worked kind of wonky because it was made a really long time ago. and some things are just a bit strange. Some things are just kind of goofy working. There's a couple of examples of systems that you would not call good design by any stretch of the imagination, but they are what they are, and people are nostalgic for them, and you're working around it because you don't really have anything else to do. It's just nice having a very clear goal that is desirable. It's like, especially in hardcore, having a leveled character is not only a very clear goal, but it's like a socially desirable goal, because you'll see a higher level character and you'll know how many people die before they get to that point. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's almost prestigious to be walking around on like a higher level character, and it's something that you would kind of see around and then start to aspire to. In retail, you don't get so much of that social aspiration anymore because either things are too easy to get, or there's just too many different ways. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. No one's really all that concerned with what anybody else's character is like anymore, outside of like meters and performance. You know, no one's going to be all that impressed by much. I'm just talking now. I'm just saying words. I don't even know if they're true. I'm gonna do... So I closed a portal. I voted for an effect. I have yet to kill a rare elite. That's just any Waking Shores rare? Partner hates the amount of currencies still. I mean, I'd rather have them in the currency tab than in my bags. I appreciate a lot of the modern things that have made bag management a lot easier, but yeah, it is just a little bit overwhelming. Hardcore. I remember seeing a level 60 orc druid named Kaldorai, which confused me. People have found ways to spoof the Deathlog add-on. People are just lying, basically. Do I have a team for this? Oh, I probably do, and it's probably... I probably have rematch disabled. Let's turn on just that. Well, two things. Let's see if these work anyway. I was so sad when we lost the keychain. I loved looking at all my keys, remembering how I worked to get each one. Almost caught up in BG3 to my previous playthrough, at a higher level, thankfully. Nice. I do have a team for this guy. Hi, kitty. How you doing? My fingers are cold, but I've pulled out the I've got the heating pad tech. This was my revelation of last winter, is that if my hands are freezing when I'm gaming and or streaming, yeah, sure, you could get up and like exercise or something to get your heart rate up, or you can just bypass the problem with the electricity. Learned how to go 4 port mode this month. Huh. I'm happy for you. I don't know what that means though. You should look into getting an electric blanket. Those are game changers. Want to buy a feline heater. She's so small that I'm worried whenever I'm petting her with my really chilly fingers that I'm actually cooling her down. I don't want to make her cold. Alright. That's one world quest. I need to do 2 more. Is there a dragon race around here? I like those. Let's do the dragon race. This office is refrigerated. Public levels of AC are always rough for me. I did okay when I was in a sales floor job, because I was like, if I'm walking and standing and running around, I'll do all right. But sitting for any amount of time, this used to be bad in school, sitting in like chilly air conditioned rooms, I become a hazel popsicle. It's not good. I wear pretty intense amount of layers just for being indoors. Because I know that I'm going to get cold. It's just a matter of trying to delay that as long as possible. Likewise, I am a reptile. Being confused when I went to school in the US in the summer. People wearing big puffer jackets indoors because of the AC. Yeah, I know that there's logic behind schools and offices being kept cooler, and that it can help, especially running AC, can help with like humidity. It can get some of the moisture out of the air, and also if it gets too warm, it can get kind of like smelly, and it makes people like sleepy and not as focused. There's some research about cooler temperatures making people more focused, so it makes sense to have them in schools and offices. But when you're just sitting there trying to think for a really long time, and you're not one of those people that just naturally self-heats, it is cold. Your fingers get sore, man. I will sometimes, this is the silliest thing to complain about, it's not a real problem and I know that, but my hands will get so cold while I'm raiding that I can't feel my fingers and I actually stop raiding as well. I like I don't have quite the same dexterity, and I have to stop and find ways to warm them up so that I can actually continue to heal. Otherwise, people are going to die. In games, you know. All right, there's 2 3 world quests. So doing that dragon race gave me some coalescence, as well as the normal stuff that you get for doing it. So that's kind of nice. It's another world quest. Climbing gear, garden tended. What sounds fun? Yeah, I can do the climbing one. That's fine. I have a tendency to prefer all of the world quests that have nothing to do with combat, because the combat quests just have you killing too many mobs. It's just, they want me to do, they just want you to do too many things. I know that in Classic I'll get a kill quest and it'll be like, listen, kill 25 different enemies, and I'll be like, yeah, I was gonna do that anyway, but in retail I do not have time for it. Big hypocrite. I want to go up the hill. What are we saying here? This way. I've heard of heated steering wheels. Why are there no heated keyboards and mice? Oh, I bet you there are. It's just a question of whether or not it's a good idea. I'll never forget the Orb Weaver gamepad and the glue that the manufacturer uses to secure down the little grippy pad. For whatever reason, turns liquid with the heat of a human palm when it's literally the palm rest. And it was like, I don't know if they still do this, I haven't had one in a while, but it was a known issue about these things for ages, to the point that I made a video about them being like, yeah, these things are great, just have some glue remover and some super glue of your own so you can re-glue this thing down with an adhesive that will not melt under the temperature of human skin, and everything will be fine. And that always just struck me as such a goofy thing to do. This one. I feel like I learned something recently about these quests that was like a thing I wasn't doing, but I guess it doesn't matter because I don't remember and I managed to do it anyways. It's amazing that I feel rich with 30 silver in hardcore. Store I worked at sold heated gloves, shoe insoles, vests, USB powered egg-shaped hand warmers. Yeah, it just, and I've thought about stuff like that. I just, it sounds like something I'm gonna use for 2 months and then put in a drawer and forget about, and 2.5 years later I'll be decluttering my house and I'll be like, what in the Amazon is this? What piece of first world drop shipped, you know, gadget did I order and then forget about again, you know? Go back in time and get my 20 bucks back. I want, what am I doing actually? I need a rare elite that's empowered by the Dream Surge. Is that just any rare elite in the zone? Do they tell me if I read the quest text? I also need more coalescence, which I can do from any of the stuff. Head out into the affected area, bring back anything of interest. So you can just, can I just kill mobs? Can I grind? That would be something. Well, actually we've got treasures. Let's see if the Waking Shores dirt will do anything for me. Okay, killed one. Oh yeah, so you can just kill things and get coalescence too. You can just grind anything. That wasn't a quest mob or anything. I didn't check to see if the dirt did anything though. Let me loot another one. I'm gonna go ahead and say not so much with the dirt. I did get some tailoring knowledge. Wow. Good evening from Ireland, Kira. And Hazel too, I guess. Good evening. Any rares show on the map and are announced in chat. Anywhere in the zone. Those are different answers. Fly around, collect special herbs, kill mobs for it. Huh. Well, it does light these ones up, so I guess I'll go take a look at them. Wait, so what was your dream? I dreamed, among other things, that I was trying to stream, and I was in a new house, like I had moved. And for whatever reason, somebody had seen fit to throw a house party, and there was a lot of people over, and I was kind of cranky about it because I was trying to stream, but I didn't want to be like a party downer. But there was like, I had 2 computers and people were using both of them, and they were like moving all of my devices and changing all of my settings and like messing with the way I had everything. And then I was like, okay, so I can't even go live right now. I'm trying. You know, I'm late for stream. They're wondering where I am. I can't get this computer to work because somebody's messed with something and somebody else is on the other one. I'm going to pick up my phone and just tell them that I'm working on it. And then I like kept trying to pick up my phone. I kept picking up other people's phones because there was like a lot of people that had put phones down in the area that were not my phone. And I was like, you know what? We all have the same phone case. I'm really annoyed now. Next time I get a phone case, I'm getting one of those weird looking unique ones. Like if you remember back in like the early 2010s, there were those big, thick, rubbery ones that were like fries and ketchup, but as a phone case. I was like, I'm getting one of those. And then I'll know which one is mine. And I wanted everybody to go home, but I didn't want to yell at them all to go home. There we go. And I was grumpy. Because people kept messing with my stuff. I want... so that worked. That counted. I don't know if that was like a specific turbo race. I don't remember all these names. You know, I think those are like the same rares that they used to be, but now they're green. I've PI'd somebody. Should see little green orbs around. I haven't seen anything pop up in chat yet. How do you know that it wasn't real? It's because I woke up and then I was like, oh, I gotta go take my puppy out. So unfair to have a horrible dream like that. I can't complain too much. It wasn't like a nightmare. A lot of my dreams that are not good dreams are just kind of like vaguely not good. Like they're not, you know, falling from a great height and getting squished by an anvil nightmares. Although, you know, we have those every once in a while. There was another one where I once again purchased my childhood home, but then I was anxious because I had purchased it without really looking into it. And I realized that there was like a defect with the roof. Like some of the shingles were gone, but they had laid down like some plastic wrap. They like saran wrapped the roof in that part. And I was like, well, at least they're on top of it, but that doesn't look right. That's going to cost me a lot of money to fix. I don't know how much money I have left over after making this purchase. Also, isn't it going to be weird living in the house that I grew up in? How am I going to not just have a lot of flashbacks to that? It was strange, oddly specific dream. I have really, really often frequent recurring dreams about purchasing the house that I grew up in, or the house that I grew up in for the longest amount of time, because we moved around a ton, but there was one house that we lived in for like 6 years, I think, and that was the longest I ever lived in a house as a kid in one of them, because I would have moved there actually 8 years, if I count with both hands. Which I know how to do. 8 years. I lived there for 8 years. That was a long time. Is it like watching a movie? Complete with music, dialogue, sound, vivid? Music? No. Dialogue sometimes. Sound? Not usually, I don't think. Okay, I got an achievement. I did something. I also got a Dream Surge Chrysalis. Can be exchanged for a piece of Dreambound gear. I got a crate of armor that gave me a helmet. Oh, a BOE item that will create a soulbound item for my class. Priest, Mage, Warlock. Item level 402, though. And she has a 424, so I should probably send that to, like, someone else. Like, boy, I guess. Anything else happened? So I could get 15 Worms Crest. Oh, I could get a Worms Crest for that. That's kind of nice. She could probably use a Worms Crest. Collected disappearance, not from this item. Haven't collected disappearance. I think I'm just gonna use these for transmog. I think I'm just gonna get Mog. I'm not worried enough about this season to actually gear properly. There we go. We've collected the appearance of some Dreambound mitts. I have dreams that are weirdly specific about floor plans. Dad, neighbor, and godfather built the house I grew up in. They still have it. Same three and I are building a house right next to it for my sister and her family. That's wonderful. I remember in the dream, the face of the guy that was on my other computer, he had like curly hair and he was like smoking weed. And I was like, why are you smoking in my house? Why are you here? Why are all of you people here? I'm trying to stream. Leave me alone. This party's no fun. Someone was like downloading MP3s on one of my computers and I was like, they're going to get me a virus. It was like the most 2011 thing. All right, we've done a dream surge, I think. I think that counts as having done it. Hi. Itchy? Something in your mouth? Nothing stopping you from doing this 12 or however many alts you have more times. Nothing stopping me except for a lack of wanting to. Yep, there's that. Let's do, let me do whelp daycare real quick. Let me go check in with my whelps. Dream surge, Inksy. Cross that off the list. Was Avril Lavigne playing in the background? Not LimeWire, turn it off. There was LimeWire, then there was FrostWire after that. Whoever's smoking weed, downloading viruses in your dream, people you've seen before. I think it was like a guy that I saw on TV. I think it was like somebody that I saw on a show once, like an actor. Metallic's gonna kick down your door and yell at you. Now that you've done a dream surge, what do you think? I think it's fine. It's just not really, it's not for, it's a catch-up thing, really. I think that the Mog and collecting aspect of it, wasn't there a mount also? Is her neck okay? Is it just me, or does her neck have a seam that's attaching it to her head? I feel like you could just, like, go, like, that's upsetting me. Whelp daycare, whelp daycare. Your character's a Barbie doll. I feel they broke a ton of model stuff in this patch. Tan lines. We're gonna go with that. Yeah. I don't remember that being there before, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't. I might just not have been looking before. Mounts and pets to buy. Was there a vendor near there I missed? Or maybe I just didn't scroll enough in the vendor. I'll check it again. I'll check it again shortly. Let me just do whelp daycare first. Had a lot of weird things happening yesterday. Weird white dots in their eyes are still there. That I'm pretty sure is on purpose. It just looks bad. It's an eye shine. It's like their eyes became more reflective at some point. And all characters that have like normal eyeballs and not glowing eyeballs will have it, but because gnomes have such enormous eyes, it looks ridiculous. It does not look good. I don't like it at all. Oh, hey, look, I have a vault. Did I not just do my vault? Can you double vault? Mount that takes combining stuff like the elemental snail. Oh. I just opened this. Nice to catch one of your streams. Watched several of your YouTube guides in the past. Oh, thanks, Mac Thunderfury. Mounts and Pet is up for coalescence, the other vendor. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I thought I was out of luck with the vault thing, because I guess I hadn't looted two of them, but it looks like it gave me the second one after re-logging. So I definitely don't need that. I have the appearance and everything, so I'm just going to take the currency again. Add those 2 tokens of merit to my last 2 tokens of merit, and then you get 2 more and we'll be off and away. Have I done? I have done off the page, so I don't need to do that. We need to tell Zeusadormu to smell Sir Pringley. Help him figure out what he's allergic to so we can keep him in one place. Every time he sneezes, he disappears. Fine. You can double vault. Well, that's very kind of them. I kind of figured I would have burned it. Oops, a daisy do. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just petting Sir Pringley. Oh, there he is. At you. That's no good. Hazel, will you be watching the WoW Classic Hardcore race today? Well, that sounds fun. Probably not. I won't lie. I'm probably not going to watch. I don't watch a whole lot of content. I'm also out of the house later today. I've got an errand to run, and then I have raid tonight. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well. Happy Wednesday. Oh, I never got my artisan's medal. Actually, I haven't gotten a lot of artisan's medal. I could probably stand to do some, at the very least, I could probably stand to do some transmuting. Make a little bit of, whatchamacallit, Dracothist. But we were looking for Zusadormu. That's where we came here. We came here for... Oh, there he is. He's all grown up. Look at that. Upstairs? I know there's a hidden place. Is it? It is inside, isn't it? Okay. What did I have to do? Dance? Wink? Bow? Oh, that works. That'll do it. Thanks for the raid. Hello, Octoberly. I always figured that this was downstairs. I always thought that would have been below. Huh. Who's to say? Also, I don't see him. Slash. Zusa. Zusadormu. Zusadormu. I lost him. I lost him. Hardcore looks different. Hey, Raiders. Yeah, also had that issue. You can walk up the ramp. Oh. Because I've done something and this doesn't appear to be good. Supposed to be in the middle? Here, let me relog then. Thanks for your amazing YouTube videos, which saved my life. Aw, cheers. Let's log out. Log back in. Aw. Oh, kitty, are you warm? Are you warm? She got on my lap, but my lap was kind of like preheated with the electric heating pad. And I think she's pretty happy. Yeah, I know it's getting chillier. I'm in a bit of a, well, not a pickle, but... well, I guess I could do this some other time. I'm in a very mild pickle in that it's chilly out now. The gray rains have come. You know, the fell wind crosses the island. It's not summer. I mean, it's technically still summer, but it's definitely fall weather now. And I'm excited. I got layers, I got sweaters, I got flannels, I got beanies, I got clothes. And I'm all excited to pull them all out and swap them all out for my summer stuff, except that my puppy is teething and he pierces things. So I'm not ready to wear anything around him yet that I'm not prepared to have get a couple of new piercings. And I like a lot of my sweaters. So I'm trying to prioritize and figure out which ones will look better with a little bit of custom by Moose distressing and which ones won't. Because he's doing pretty good at redirecting to appropriate places to direct his teething energy, but I would be in denial if I said that any of my clothes were 100% safe. Oh, I should have overloaded that. I should have done a little overload. So what I want to do, and I want to go back. I mean, I guess I want to check and see if anyone's doing Karakta now that I'm like right here. Karakta. I wonder if that means up or mode off. Deadly piercing puppy teeth, tiny puppy needle teeth. Yeah, he is shedding them. His canines are his adult teeth now. He lost a bunch of, I think all of his front chompers are pretty much done now. He's lost a bunch of those all in a big row. And then right now his molars are coming through. So the poor guy is like really, really teething. We had 32 degrees today. That is hot. Hot, 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 hot. What happened? Where did you teleport? I teleported to supposedly the right place for the quest mob, but he just kind of wasn't there, so I'm just giving up. I'm just moving on. So, yeah, like a phasing issue of some kind. I might need to abandon some kind of a quest. There may be a quest that I'm on that's no good. Heatwave in Toronto, too? Love the vids. Me and my partner both watch you. Oh, thanks. Tell them I said hi. Oh, I want pollen season to end. My work data reports have changed to be bigger font and capitals, and it feels like the reports are yelling at me. That's pretty funny. Vancouver, nice and rainy today. Heat wave, my part of the UK too. Yeah, I guess I should clarify that it's just my neck of the woods. It's a bit chilly. I'm pretty close to Vancouver. I'm in Victoria. It is it's not icy or anything, but it was 11 Celsius this morning. It's 13 Celsius now and raining. It is not hot anymore. Tips for teething puppers. What I've got so far, because I'm a teething puppy newbie, but I do have one. Remember that it won't last forever is number one. Number two is to have like a wide variety of different objects for him or her to chew on that are appropriate and safe for them. So different shapes, different textures, because you don't know what they're really gonna like. Rubbery things, clothy things. I got a piece of dogwood, which is like a harder wood chew. You can also get like bully sticks, that kind of thing. Just be careful that they're not swallowing them. Kind of a different variety of things, so that if your dog, like, if Mr. Moose walks up to a piece of furniture and he starts gnawing on a chair leg or like thinking about it, I will offer him his dogwood instead, because that's kind of a similar texture. If he's trying to chew on my clothes, I get him one of his cloth toys. If he's trying to chew on rubber wires, then I try and give him some like similarly shaped rubbery stuff, so I just have some different options. Except that it won't last forever. Poor guy is just hurting. With Moose, I'm able to give him ice cubes as well, and he kind of gums those, and that seems to really help him. But you don't want puppies that are too small swallowing big pieces of ice, because it can chill their tummies down too much. Moose just doesn't swallow them, and also he's massive, so I think that it would be not as big of a size for him. If he starts chewing on your leg, then I go, owie! And then if he keeps chewing on my leg, then I go, owie, and then I leave the room. And then I don't come back in until he's made better choices, and then he stops that. He does not like it when we leave the room. Not that he gets like anxious about it, but he can tell if he's done something that has caused us to stop playing with him, and then he feels a bit bad about it and doesn't do it again as much. Chilled frozen veggies, great for teething, like carrots. He likes raw carrots, actually, have been quite good, because he'll chew on those for a bit, and he can also eat them. And then also it's a little bit of extra fiber for the guy. But I have a Kong freezing in the freezer right now that's a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of cream cheese, and then some carrot sticks in there, and that will keep him busy later for a while. Yeah, he does get frozen carrots. Or way ahead of you. Sounds like human teething minus the sticks, though Kiddo did try gnawing on her crib. Frozen washcloth supervised. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you want to technically supervise him when he's chewing basically anything, because even dog-safe stuff, they can still take pieces off of. It's amazing the stuff that they'll find that you had no idea they were even within range of, too. It's kind of wild. I haven't heard of the frozen washcloth thing, though. I might try that if I can find one that is... Maybe if I take one of his smaller toys and I get it wet and then freeze it, that might be good, so that it's still like his toy. Because right now, he steals my napkins. I have these cloth napkins, and his favorite thing ever, maybe because they smell a bit like food, and maybe it's just because it's cloth, but he will thieve them from the table, from your lap, from anywhere he can like grab them. And then he knows that he did something, he knows that he got something good, and he will tear around with it, and then he'll just like settle down to try to chew on them. I usually try to trade him for his duck toy, but he knows that the napkins are like the good thing. Why do they call things dog safe if you still need to watch carefully? Because I don't think anything is truly 100% dog safe, because there will always be a dog that has like omega jaws that can turn functionally anything into splinters that would be dangerous to swallow. There's no such thing as dog proof for every dog anyways. Even the most tuffiest, dog-proofiest stuff will meet their match with something. So, it's a good idea to keep an eye on them. Our dogs just steal my socks. Can I help you kill that? Yeah, I just joined a pug. I did not list this one myself, so it's just in Karakta Up. It's an Alliance North American group. Yeah, those yak milk shoes looked cool, but they're expensive. They're pretty pricey. Same as child baby proof, yeah. I have a Doberman, I can relate to that. You spend on toys. Clipped it straight off in one go. But yeah, Mr. Moose is doing pretty good. I took him for I was gonna take him. I tried to take him swimming yesterday. This is my own fault. I did a bonehead move. I went to take him swimming, and I didn't look up before I went whether or not there were any algae alerts because around here, and also in a lot of places, occasionally swimming areas will get warnings for blue-green algae blooms, which is actually a bacterial bloom. It's called cyanobacteria. And not so good. You don't want your pets drinking it. You don't really want to be swimming in it as a person either. It can put off some stuff that is not very healthy for you, especially if you're like young, like a puppy. And I got there and I saw the sign. And I'm like, oh, and I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, there is a bloom alert. This is my bad. I should have checked before I left, but there's trails all around there. So took off the life jacket, put his harness back on, and we went for a good walk around the trails. And he was good. He did good. He didn't poop out at any point. He made it around the whole loop. Slept pretty good when we got back. I gave him a little massage for his pup muscles. And then this morning he's actually up and at him again, which is good because last time I took him for a hike, I think we overdid it a bit and he slept for like a day and a half after, but this time he is pretty much back to normal the next morning. So I think he can handle that level of walk. Plus he did so good with the other dogs there. I was so proud of him. Any luck? No. Okie dokie. Thank you. Okay, so that's one thing. Go back to Valdraken. This quest, Chandris has sent word she wishes to meet you. Kind of an open question if that's heritage or if that's something else. Let me see if my quest log gives me any clues. I have pugs, nothing is safe for them. Class would you recommend to main for rating a Mythic Plus? It depends on what you like playing. They're all valid options. There will be different tier list rankings for any given patch as to how well things are performing if that's important to you. I just say play something that looks cool. Play something that sounds cool to you. I want... Because the rankings will change all the time. And you can outperform people that are flavor of the monthing on basically anything. In everything except for the most advanced content if you put your back into it. So this is Frank. This is not... That's not what I'm looking for. That's Emerald Dream Campaign chapter. There's a lot of quests. This is another thing that I think causes a bit of overwhelm. Is you get like, how is anyone supposed to figure out, especially if they're coming back after a long time, what is important to do? Like I know they're working on that and they're trying to give different icons for things that are key, but it's just a lot. I have a lot of quests around here. And I don't think saying, oh, you should have just done all of those already is a reasonable argument. Especially not for people with alts. That's a Dream Surge thing. That's the Onaran Plains quest thing. That's Catalyst Boon. One thing I'm actually a bit curious about. I did get a couple travel points. I was wondering if I got any for doing that one Dream Surge. Yeah, I got some points for collecting some Dream Surge coalescence. Because I do want to do a little bit of work on my Trader's Postbar today. Should I go to Stormwind? Let's just go poke around Stormwind. This is a time walking quest. Actually, Hazel, you should have done them already. This is sarcasm. Thanks, Scarlet. I don't like looking to alt, seeing all those quests that I did already that don't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, especially when there's not a ton of reason to do them again. Somebody might want to, and I think they should have the chance to, but... I don't know. Oh, look, renowned supplies. Shift hover over the quest marker to show me what they want from me. Very good stuff. Wish Base UI had it. That is convenient. Relics, thank you for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it. I want to go to Stormwind. Let's go poke around there. I picked up a bunch of quests that I don't really have any intention of doing. Got BTW quests. Wonderful. You can see exactly what you've done and not done in the important quest lines. Embassy might be relevant. That might be what I'm looking for. I'm not in a big hurry. I've got a sleepy cat in my lap. I think she's happy. The heating pad's kind of folded over her. Not the heat side. The heat side's on my side, but... Are you nice and warm? I don't know how much of this you guys can see. She's got two paws up here. Those are paws. Yeah. Happy kitty. How old is your druid? Is this the XPVP one? I think so. I don't know of any way to find out how old the character is, short of looking in like achievements and statistics and stuff. She's gone through a few name changes for sure. She's definitely gone through a few name changes. Not a big battleground person. Character. Yeah, I must have had her for a long time because she's looted 148k gold just from stuff. This isn't even an auction character. Why has she consumed 62 Kobo Colas? That's silly. Slash played won't tell you when you created it. It'll tell you how long you've played, I guess. This character has 78 days and 11 hours of slash played. Not nothing. That's not what I want. Sealed Kaldorai scroll. That sounds reasonable. Oh, no, I never quit. I just haven't been doing it recently, that's all. Look at the level 10 achievement date. Pretty accurate date. 2012, this character has... Well, is that this character or is that account wide for any character? Would it say something different for earned by this character? I don't know. Anyways, it says summer of 2012. Speak with Arcanar and Starshade in Stormwind City. Oh, which is not very far. You mean yesterday time is fake? Few characters that predate Chiefs. Yeah, see, her outfit looks sick. that's some cool armor. Hello, honor to meet you. Take the portal. Meet my Evan Felwood. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn off Leatrix quest automation just for a hot second, so that I can read these. Maybe not out loud, but just for the moment. I would like to have a little read. I probably have a better way to get to Felwood, but I'm cool to just fly. Yeah, I think this character is the one that I've had the longest that I have continued to play and get up to max level. My priests are all younger than 2012. Even my gnome priest would have been created in like Mop, I believe. Late Mop would have been that one. Man, this is I've just spent so much time in Darkshore on Classic. It feels very strange being able to just A, fly over it, and B, it's all different now. "2012 is 11 years ago. That's actually quite a decent time for a WoW character, for me. Curious Norch, thank you for the 5-month resub. Happy Patch Day. Happy Patch Day. Patch Day for me, anyway. I didn't log in yesterday. Millie Lynn, thank you for the 46-month resub. Holy smokes. 12. She survived the Great Purge. She did. She did. She's survived a lot. A lot of characters in my life that I have name changed or race changed or faction changed, I tend to kind of lose my connection with and then stop playing them. I have a tendency to sort of lose my interest in a character after having done that. But this one has survived going back and forth a few times because I used to faction change it for the sake of PvPing on opposite factions whenever I couldn't be bothered to level a Horde Druid. Sometimes I would just level a Horde Druid. I had a few of those, but she's changed around a little bit. I have a raid tonight, and I think it's the last raid. I don't know if they were serious or not, but my guild leader said that it was the last raid of the season because Hazel's definitely getting her legendary. Oh, and I'm kind of tempted that if I kill that thing one more time and I don't get my legendary, I'm kind of tempted to just switch mains. Just gear up a priest or something for next season. Call it good on the evoker front. Sickled, thank you for the 2-month resub. Why would you PvP on Horde? Back then, you were not able to queue cross factions, so I would PvP on Horde so I could play with other characters, other people that were only on Horde. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. Nowadays, I could queue with anybody, but at the time, you had to be at the same faction the people you were queuing with, so if I was trying to just pug and have more pug activity or play with like specific friends, I would need a Horde character. Okay. I'm actually gonna, before I get into this, I'm gonna take a very short break. BRB. Okay, I'm coming back. Pardon me. I just wanted to go check on puppy. Make sure he's coming back inside. Okay. Whew. Hazel's pronunciation of Norge wasn't entirely wrong. I feel like in the past when I've seen that name, I think I once hit you with the Curious Norhe because I thought it was spelled like Jorge, and I figured I would try that, and then it occurred to me that it's a Curious George thing. Okay, all right. I will fill you in on what we need to do, but first let me put my friend to rest. That makes more sense. I was misreading that for a moment as something about my puny friend needing to rest. I think her friend is gone, so that maybe not so much for the puny. All right. Now what? We did it. Nope, not quite. Tehran suspected something was foul happening at Fellwood. Priestess was sent here to purify the Moonwells. Sister's gone, Moonwell still corrupted. We'll finish what she started. Oh, learn more about Jadenar, you betcha. I'm getting flight stones. Fancy that. Alright. Oh, she's right around here. I always think they're gonna make me go far, and sometimes they just don't. Hello. This place was once touched by Loon's blessing. Moonwell must be purified. Tell me why we're in Fellwood. Wouldn't be the only one to switch mains as I expect. I think it's just, I mean, I know I really like playing Preservation Evoker. I've had a lot of fun with it. But I've been feeling a little limited transmog-wise. Although if I played otherwise, I might be a gnome, which is also a bit limited transmog-wise. And also, I'm just so... I mean, it seems a bit petty of me to quit Evoker over the whole legendary thing. But it would just seem kind of... I don't know. I think I could do just as well on a priest. Plus, my group only has one priest, and sometimes they have to work late. So if I played a priest, we could have like a stam buff all the time. You know, nobody really needs me to be an evoker. And, I don't know. Some reasons. Do we have this hairstyle? That hairstyle's sick. I haven't made a male night elf in a while. I wonder if that's one of the new ones that we're getting. Cannot thank you enough for your help. Take this book, read the incantation after putting the satyr to rest. Use the incantator's tome on 6 fell-touch corpses, and Slay some cultists, you betcha. I can work my way through these quests a little bit. So that's you're not a satyr. These ones are. Man, it's weird. I mean, I think my add-ons aren't all running, so I'm not using I don't have a plater up right now, I don't think. Here's a satyr. Todd Brubaker, thank you for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. What is that transmog? It's gorgeous. Mine? Mine is from this season's PvP. It's just this season's set. My particular color that I'm wearing is the standard Conquest set, I think, if we're looking at, yeah, it's this set here, the regular Dragonflight Season 2 PvP set, with the helmet hidden. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for either. Time for me to make a druid. I do need to finish my Vicious Mount grind at one point in my life. And the deadline is sneaking up on me day after day. I used to make a game of trying to do at least one solo shuffle win on stream in a day. And I should probably start doing that again, just because it would be a nice way to chip away at it a little bit, so that whenever I do think there will still be like a final countdown, there will be kind of a final last minute rush to finish getting my Vicious War Snail. But it will be less of a rush if I can chip any amount of it off ahead of time. So maybe I'll try and do a little bit of that today too, because I don't really remember what I'm doing. But it's solo shuffle. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to play. You could do it in 2s or 3s. Flabby does PvP. I would need to start fresh though. I would need to get the 2s and 3s rating basically up to 1k plus. Although we did do that in 3s. I did do that with Flabby. Sometimes it's just, I really like gaming with Flabby, but every now and then I want to do something without him just to prove to myself that I can. I think that a lot of people could fairly say that a lot of my accomplishments are because my friend is much better than me, and I can't argue with that, so every now and then I like to do something. If I'm solo shuffling, I can't say that I got carried by Flabby. I could say that I got carried by any number of other things, but I could know in my heart that I did at least a little bit of that on my own. Love the druid set, except for the helm. Yeah, the helm's pretty... It's very dramatic. It would probably look cool with some set. I just don't really like it with that set. But I also don't usually prefer helmets that completely cover my character's face and hair. I want... oh no, this'll work. This'll work. I'm glad that my character seems to be doing enough damage to deal with this, because I don't really know otherwise. I don't really remember how to play. I never really learned Boonkin. I just have a few buttons in the bars for the sake of questing. What race would your main priest be? Probably gnome. I think I miss being a gnome. I like human priest a lot. I did that for all of Shadowlands, but I like being a gnome. I think it would be worth having... being short and having my mods be short. Because you can always... It's kind of the same thing with my evoker. The one saving grace of my evoker transmog-wise is that I could transmog my visage form. And then I was able to use like those engineering pads that change they like shuffle your race appearance to a different thing. Recalibrate or something like that. And the new version, I would be able to do it in combat, and I would be able to see my transmog on it as well. So that was kind of fun. And I could still do that on a priest. I could be a gnome, I could use all the toys, and I'd still be able to see my mog there. Yeah. Healer or Shadow? Probably mostly Holy, unless somebody needed me to DPS. I have been doing Shadow this patch, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, but I like healing too much. My main has to be healing. It's too much fun. Yeah, that's what's training. That's correct. It's a great add-on. Hate being carried. Sometimes joke about it. Group being better at something than I am. Yeah, I get that feeling. I think most of the time I'm usually all right at reminding myself that A, I am helping too, and B, There's nothing wrong with having other people that are better than you in the room. It's going to happen to most people at some point in their lives, and it doesn't mean that you're cheesing or cheating in any way. I'm just still working, I guess, on my maturity, because every now and then someone will say something, not usually very often, but every once in a blue moon somebody will say something to the effect of, you haven't earned your accomplishments because XYZ reason, and unless I know within a fragment of a piece of doubt that it's not true, a tiny part of my brain will be like, you're right. Because, you know, all you really want in games is to do something and then to feel like you did it. It sucks having something that you worked hard on invalidated, and it sucks even more to know that they have a point. Thanks for your raid guides. Information's easy to understand, helpful. Well, cheers. I don't think I would create a fresh character. I think I would use Inksy. I was debating to myself whether I would keep her name as Inksy or if I would try to come up with yet another name, because Inksy doesn't feel like a main name to me, but it might if I mained it. You know, like, there's nothing to say that coming up with a new name, yet another one, would fix that problem for me in any way. So who's to say? It's a cute name. It sounds like a scribe name though, and she's not Inscription. Well, if her name is Inksy, I would vote for keeping it. At least it wasn't your mom. Oh, it could never be my mom. I'm very blessed. I have a wonderful, wonderful mom. Have you thought about using other nuts? Peanuts, perhaps. It's a perfect name, but I understand. It is a real cute name. I think it's a good gnome name. Skizruid, thank you for the 15-month resub. This way. That way. Oh, I didn't need to pull that. Oopsie daisy do. It feels strange playing retail. When I was thinking about getting on stream this morning, I was considering to myself, man, it is going to be so hard for you to shut up about how different retail feels after playing 2 weeks of hardcore. And everyone will have heard it already. They're all going to have heard it before. So just say it your one time and then say other things. So that was my one time. Retail feels weird. To be a cultist. Nethus. You betcha. Retail feels weird, man. I think it doesn't help that I'm on a class that I don't really know. I, at the risk of being disrespectful, could not care less about Bimkin. It's just, I'm more of a healer druid, but I don't like doing quests and healing spec. Just died in hardcore, what now? You figure out something to do different next time. You make another character, or you can move on if you want. Up to you. Not everybody's going to want to stick with it. And that's perfectly fine. Usually, well, I say usually. The one time that I died, though, it galvanized me. It made me really, really want to, it made me really badly want to, go in again. I want 3 hardcore characters, and I want them all at 60. And that is like saying, I want to casually spend like 400 hours of my life. I could do so many things with that time. It's so much time. It's so much time. I have like cross-stitching to do. I have chores. I have laundry. I could, God forbid, like make YouTube videos, you know? Like, what am I doing? So stuck in HC, currently 28, loving it. Oh, nice. 28's really impressive. I was reading, but now I think the quests are something to the extent of make bad demons go away. And we can do that. Reroll the Warlock or Hunter. Ooh, I would say Hunter, but they're both really fun. But Warlock and Hunter are 2 of my 3 classes that I want to do hardcore on. They're both good. I would say Hunter feels a bit faster, although it's quite slow up until level 10, because you're not going to get your first pet till level 10. But if you can get to that point, having your pet feels pretty good. Especially if you're willing to micro-manage it a little bit. Race changes feel more significant than name changes. You could make an argument that it should all be free. Oh, a retail reroll. Oh, I have no idea then. No idea. Pick something that seems cool. You want to be a cloth or you want to wear mail? You like the transmog? Like the Dream Search? Feels like it gets people to do stuff that there weren't that many people doing. Huh. Congratulations, Jay. Thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I see. I'm looting gold from these characters. And it feels a bit weird because, like, when I get a gold or 2 or 3 on my hardcore character, I really worked at that. I just killed a dude and I looted 6 gold 43. You know, I have the inflation. It's hard to feel like gold is meaningful. That's another thing that's really satisfying to me in Classic that's kind of losing its meaning a little bit in retail is I love gold making, and I've really enjoyed the different gold making methods that I've been able to get into in Dragonflight. Professions in Dragonflight for me were extremely fun. I found the new profession system to be really satisfying, and it felt really good getting really into it. But there isn't really anything for me to make my gold for, and it's tough because the only thing I could think of for them to really do to fix that would be if they wanted to add more just really expensive cosmetic gold sinks, because they can't add anything that you need. Like in Classic, you know, I need that gold to make sure that my weapons and gear are vaguely up to date. I need it to, you know, save up for mount training. I need it to buy my skills. And in retail, if you made the amounts of gold that I try to make mandatory for gameplay advantages, you would burn your game to the ground. People just have different levels of gold making in retail, and the amount that you can make when you're gaming it versus the amount that you make passively is such a huge gulf that you can't expect people to have tons of gold, especially when a lot of it comes from other players. So you can't make it anything mandatory. You could do something cosmetic, and I would like to see more of that, but it's just not gonna feel quite as satisfying. And right now, I don't even have anything cosmetic to save for. I used to save up to spend gold on the BMA, and then they started giving all that stuff away on the for Twitch Prime and stuff, which is fine, but means that I'm basically saving my gold for, I don't know, nothing. Oh, this takes me back to the Barrow Dens. Do random months where it's 100% repair cost. Those would be some spicy Wowhead comments. Watch number go up. Gold problems why they invented new currencies. Then that was too complicated. It's a hard problem to solve. I totally agree. And I think that the economy in retail has so many different factors to it that it's very difficult to make any like quick or easy fixes to make it fun, because that's going to mean something different to a lot of different people, and there isn't really a good answer to make it feel satisfying the way the Classic one is, because there's just too many different factors that you can't get rid of now. Plethora of oof expensive transmog in the auction house. Yeah, that's true, actually. I could save up for that. I feel like I'd rather grind it, though. If it's something that I could farm myself, I would almost always rather do that. The exceptions being if I look up what the farm is and I decide that it just sounds horrific to do. But for a lot of it, if it's just a matter of, you know, run this raid until you get lucky, I'll run a raid until I get lucky. It's like my favorite thing to do. Dream Surge is kind of a letdown. Yeah, I've heard quite a few people saying that. That seems to be a pretty common feeling. So much more they could have done. I need to take a look. I need to log back in. Maybe after I do the Elf Heritage, I'm gonna log back into my gnome and check out the vendor again and take a look at the different cosmetics on the vendor. Although I've been kind of getting behind on mounts and stuff. I don't feel anymore like I'm always getting 100% amounts. I did, not 100%, but I got almost all of the mounts at the end of Shadowlands that I could have done from that expansion, and I felt pretty good about that, but I just haven't been feeling as much for Dragonflight. Maybe there's just a point where you feel like you have enough mounts. badly needed 10.2 announcement. I think it's got to be coming soon. When you started playing WoW, did any of your friends hand you a chunk of gold in bags? Used to do that to people. Now I think I wouldn't because it's part of the fun having a new character account. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I think it's likely that somebody probably gave me at least some netherweaves. I don't 100% remember. But yeah, I remember kind of having that same feeling too of it being like, wow, somebody can get so much value out of this. I'm going to be super nice and give them, you know, like a 4-pack of bags and some gold like a starter kit. But nowadays, knowing how much I like kind of getting those things together for the character on their own, I wouldn't default to it as much.
Arcane practitioners would return to our numbers. I vehemently protested.
You had every right to be wary, Warden.
Yet today, I have witnessed who you truly are. A strong, resilient defender of the Kaldorai. Should you wish it, your face will bear the mark of Protector.
I thought men were not permitted such...
Even sacred traditions should evolve, as should the Kaldorai. Come, Lysander. Go on.
No, that's it. Movie time. Yeah, Goodwill's having a bit of a struggle. Oh, there we go. There must be something else going on in that area. I don't think all that fire was part of it. Oh yeah, there's new like facial markings you can do, I think, or customizations. I should drop by a barbershop, take a look at it. New season's not out, no. They're talking in say chat, like the NPCs are, about giving the tattoo. They're gonna do it with a needle of briar thorn. There's bruiseweed to numb the pain, and Lysander's like, I don't need it. And then Mayev's like, don't be dumb. And he's like, okay. In a lot of elf words, she was basically like, don't be dumb. Woof. I think Puppy's playing out front. Puppy. Lionel, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Alright. And back to Stormwind. Oh, hey, they gave us a portal. That's nice. Hyped about news? I'll see news whenever news comes. I'm going back to the embassy. That's right. Roar Barella, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it very much. Love the hair. Oh, I thank you. I never did the night elf. Actually, did I? There was a different night elf customization that I think I didn't unlock. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else I didn't catch up on. Busy week. Dark Rune Turn-ins. Calm Stomp. Time Walking Dungeon. 22 tunes. That is a lot. Holy moly. Hey, what's up? You tattooed now? He is tattooed now. The ink on my skin is a tether between worlds. Would you say that you are your scars? Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Today will go with me for all of eternity. There we go. She's just chilling. Casual. A little bit bored. Right. Learn the meaning of Amashon. Today is a day of celebration. Kaldorai blades? Transmog. Oh, yeah. And then some flight stones. Yeah, I'll probably put that transmog on. That's pretty cool. Night Warrior, Dark Ranger, something like that. I knew it was time when a Kaldorai got the Kaldorai Lightsaber on the way to get the Night Elf Heritage done. Nice. Well, that's it. We're done. We're done. We did it. Yeah, that one didn't take too crazy long. That was not a wild length of time. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 48, but we didn't start it right off the top of the stream. We did a bunch of other stuff first. So there's some glaives. There's... Maybe Night Flame should use the glaives. Oh, Night Flame should use the whole set. Well, it might include a shirt. Let's not get crazy. Draenei and Troll for Heritage Armors? That sounds right. I might be forgetting something though. That sounds right though. Sets. It always seems to me that these are in no particular order. They must be in a particular order, but there it is. Can I find a staff that looks right? Something kind of... That one looks decent, actually. It's got kind of purple. It's a little bit more of a blue purple. These other ones are a little bit more of a warm purple, but I'll shortlist that. Also not bad. I might go back to the first one, though. Oh, and you've got all kinds of artifact mods, actually, that are pretty good. I don't really want anything too crazy, though, that's going to take away from the... I don't really want to take away from the set. I think I might go back. I liked, Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Save. Mm-hmm. Scythe Bloom, good choice. The glaives are weapons. They're actual glaive weapons, I think. Yeah, let's go check out the barbershop. I don't know if I'm going to change her tattoos, but I want to take a look at the new options. Should be a barbershop in Starwind. Oh, I got some more Trader's Tender. From what I don't know. Maybe just from questing? Quests. I did 25 of 30 quests. If I do, and I've done 4 of 15 world quests. I think I'm going to not stress too much about Trader's Post. I might just try and let it happen this month. What did I say I was going to? Barbershop. Barbershop. I have a new title. Amazon. I do have a new title. I should put that on. You got points for finishing that quest line. Oh, I was wondering where it is here. There it is. Yeah, you're right. Night Elf complete the Heritage Armor quest line. So I would get more points for doing... I mean, not very many points, but I guess 150. I would get more points for doing the Forsaken one, too. Which is on my list of things to do. Oh, yeah, she looks nice. That's a cool one. Okay, what are we saying here? She's kind of got a lot going on in her face right now. I might take... Especially if I'm gonna... Those are markings. I might take the scar off. I might take the jewelry off too, just for now. Just to clear up a little bit of room on her face. So the hawk is new. The leaf is what I was using before. Oh no, I was using blades before. Sometimes I use leaf. The bear comes with like a bunch of eyeliner now. That seems new. Although maybe I just haven't looked at it in a while. I think if I wanted to check that out, I would need to get her hair more like out of her face. I also haven't looked at Night Elf hair in a while. Yeah, there's some nice ones. Don't get it max until the end of the month. Only new one for the face. Oh, are there maybe for different... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Here, let's cancel my changes. keep her face a little bit the same. Maybe new body tattoos? I feel like they had these though. Maybe I'm mistaken. Wild ancient owl. Moon. Yeah. That's something. Redid the graphics and the face markings. A lot of them look jazzed up a bit. Okay, other body type. Gotcha. All right, well that's one thing. That's one thing done. I can check Night Elf heritage off my list. I can also here. Let's log back onto my main and see if that whelp daycare quest decided to like spawn in. Take a look at that. Face markings for males since only females had them before. Oh, I don't know if I knew that. I guess that makes sense given the quest line that I just observed with Lysander being like, really? I can have tattoo? Thanks. How do you leave this one, by the way? Oh, you just go through the door. Gotcha. There's the door move. Let's just go up a ramp. Let's try that. See if that works any better. Infinite scales color for the Slitherdrake not appearing correctly. Just curious. I don't know. I haven't looked. I can double check. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he wasn't in the hidden part. He was just upstairs. Neat. I do have an undead. I can do undead heritage too. I thought there was something I was going to do in between. Aside from snack. Bronze enclave, you betcha. I'm kind of hungry. Can't believe mechanims have more requirements to unlock than other allied races. Bronze enclave. This way. This way. Oh yeah. Infinite Slitherdrake. This is Infinite Slitherdrake, isn't it? Oh no, this is Infinite. Oh no, this is Infinite Slitherdrake. It looks fine, I think. It's what I was using anyway. Dream Surge? Oh, that's right. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to look at the vendor. I wanted to look at the vendor and see. The different things. Yeah, people were saying the undead one had some prerequisites that I probably do not have done. So Susadormu is allergic to everything. Alright, we did it. We did our whelp daycare. Go team. Are any of these other quests that I need for my achievement? This is Eternal Escapades. I'm sure that I need that actually. If I look at the whelp tender achievement. Oh, Novel, thanks very much for the raid. Appreciate it. That's the one. Eternal Escapades. Yeah, I gotta do that. We need to do this meta achievement for the pet, so I'm looking for Susadormu. We're raiding. Hope you had a good stream. First time doing the rock lifting. My god, am I lost? Rock lifting. Retail? Did you die? Nah, I just figured I would stream some retail for patch week and also to kind of remind myself what's going on. Checked out a dream search. Secret hunting thing? No, not so much. I haven't done any of that. This is my first. I've been doing a lot of classic hardcore, so this is my first day logging back into retail in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, somewhere in that range. Oh, the thing at the bottom left in the caverns. Huh. I'm probably gonna catch up on the secrets at a at a much later time. It's not very content of me, but my plan is to kind of do it after nobody cares anymore. I'm looking for Susadormu. Excuse me. Do I not have a show target? Oh, it turned off. There we go. That would do it. Okay. Is it this one? I'm usually pretty bad at the find the right building game, but we did it. We got there. How's it feel to be back on retail? Strange. A little overwhelming. There's a lot of different things. I made myself a little note list. I wrote down a couple of objectives before I started, and that's been helping give me a little bit of a framework, because it's like walking into a buffet when you're used to just eating the same oatmeal out of your cupboard, but you like oatmeal. You don't know what any of these things are, and you don't know which ones are yummy, and, you know, you're just trying to eat lunch. Spry Zusa found. Hide and seek's kind of cheating when you have a /target macro. Or not macro, but just the ability to do it in the chat log. What did you play the last couple of weeks? Hardcore Classic. And I'm probably going to play a lot more too. I don't think I'm anywhere close to done with it, but I wanted to put a few retail streams in. Right click my minimap. I don't see the target tracker. Mine had disabled. I needed to go up to the spyglass here and re-enable the target tracking. Mine had disabled since the patch. Every now and then patches come out and they mess with your settings. Wrath Classic got an XP buff going on. Found an in-game to do add-on I like. Yeah, if it's not in this list at all, then that's weird, and I wouldn't have a good idea. Aside from the standard issue, turn it off and back on again and disable add-ons. But it could be just broken. sometimes things are broken. Which isn't a good answer, but sometimes that's the only one there is. I did it. There we go. Whelp Daycare. We can cross that off the list too. I have done my vault. I did a Dream Surge. I did Night Elf Heritage. I did Whelp Daycare. I've done 2 Karactas. I guess I could do more. There's Trader's Post stuff. There's Forsaken Heritage. And I want to take another quick little look-see at the Coalescence vendor to see if there's anything that I feel excited to grind over here. I'm addicted to standard Hearthstone at the moment. Oh. Not BGs? I suppose that's implied by standard Hearthstone. Hi Hazel, happy streaming. Catching up on it after work. On a work break. Have a good day at work. Have they added dragon riding to hardcore yet? Okay. I want... There's another portal in a couple minutes. Sure, yeah. Oh, I see. So, how much of the stuff do I have? It's another currency, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not a currency. It's an in-bag currency. I have 127. There is a mount for 1,000. There is a toy and a pet and another pet. And then you've got gear items. Yeah, all right. So if I wanted to grind the coalescence for the sake of buying some of those things, I'm sure the portals are a good idea. Probably no harm in doing the rest of the world quests. I know I got some, like, world quests rares. Yeah. Not unreasonable. You could do... Especially while you're waiting for the portal boss to spawn. This seems fine so far. I haven't done a whole lot of it yet. Currently, I'm ranking it as more fun than the Primal Future thing. Admittedly, a low bar. And less fun than Time Rifts. Time Rifts felt... And mind you, I still have a lot more Time Rifts to do. But... I guess it's just because I'm coming at it from a perspective of wanting collectibles and not so much needing the catch-up gear. Time Rifts felt a little bit more exciting in terms of mog farming. I have not got him out from Charred Remains. I'm not sure what that is yet. Need to do the new questline starting at Chandris in your main? I also don't know. I don't even know what you get from doing the questline. I have been kind of skipping campaign quests lately, especially if there isn't something that I know I specifically need from them. Dream Surge events are every half an hour. They're every 30 minutes is when the portal spawns, but you can work on Coalescence in between pretty much as you want. It seems like you can it's just every half hour you vote for a new buff, and then there's like a new big portal. But there should be smaller portals you can do kind of whenever, in theory. I remember something about that. Ironbound Wraith Charger. Have you seen it? I have one of those. That is a thing. There's a question I know the answer to. I've got one of those. It's good. Flies on the vendor. Not new. Astro George, thank you for the 7-month resub. Bonus leveling experience. Yeah. 20, 25%, something like that. I actually don't have any characters that are needing to 60 to 70. I think we did all of them. I got all of my 60s to 70 during the time walking plus Winds of Wisdom. We really went in on that. We got them all sorted. Now what they need to do is they need to all get Karakta. I wish Karakta would just drop her mount. That would let me move on. No, it makes Comp Stomp good for getting Marks of Honor. Never done it. I have not done it either. If I had to guess, it's because it seems to go pretty quickly, give quite a few marks. Plus, you don't have to necessarily... I think it's like the least PvP of the various PvP modes because you're generally fighting NPCs. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that dragon race, I guess. Yeah, you're fighting... There's NPCs in there, so it's not as much of a... Yeah, PvE, and it's quick. But I haven't done it yet. Morgoth there, thank you for the 8-month resub. Hey there, hey there. Guess it's time for some fresh alts. Fast and fun. Now, Kelnov, I'm not sure. I don't know what you get for doing the new campaign aside from just having done it. If it's just for story's sake, then you'd be fine to do it on whatever character, but I don't know if it unlocks anything. Conrad, thank you for the 3-month resub. Hey! Hey. How's it going? Okay. I think the main thing that I'm missing in retail is a cohesive goal that I'm really invested in. I think that's the main thing that it's lacking right now for me. And I mean, you can kind of pick your own goals. You can make your own game. We were doing that pretty effectively before hardcore, just with all the things, chasing random all the things appearances. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can... Oh. And I can see myself doing more of that. It's just, it's also late. It's not quite a fair comparison. We're very late patch. We're late tier. So there's not really... It's not the same as like when you first get a patch coming out and you're trying to gear up a character and progress through the raid and get your item level up. That part of this patch is done for me already, more or less. Unless I decide to switch mains. Okay, and you get some for that. So you could totally do like all the world quests in the zone on a bunch of different characters to save up the stuff to buy the rewards on a few different characters, I think. Waking Dream should be just about up, so I'm gonna head over there to the portal. But it seems like you're getting... I don't know. It seems like this isn't gonna be too bad. Cassie, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Should there be another Veil Strider achievement? I think so. Did I have a fever dream, or did I imagine that they had data mined one? I thought WoW had data mined one. But I think a lot of things. I have weird dreams sometimes. You have a goal in hardcore? Yeah, at first my goal was just to see how far I could get, and then the farther I got, the more my goal became I would like to get to level 60 on a character, and then as sort of a backup goal of if I do that and I'm not 80 years old yet, then I would like to get to level 60 on 3 characters. Like a hunter, a warlock, and a priest. But that's kind of a big goal. Currency is soulbound, but the rewards that I'm looking for, the cosmetic rewards, mounts, pets, those aren't. So you could save like 250 on one character, buy a pet. Save 250 on a second character, buy another pet. I'm assuming. I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that. Yeah. Goals 2,500 rating Mythic Plus. Had a lot of fun since I got Mythic gear. Nice. Yeah. What are my goals right now? I know I want the Vicious War Snail. So there's that. I can try to finish grinding the current season of Vicious Mount as a goal. What else do I want? I guess I could set an item level goal. Well, it's going to kind of depend on tonight's raid. It's kind of dramatic. I'm going to need to think more about it, but it doesn't really matter either. It's kind of dramatic to think about switching mains mid-expansion just because the legendary won't drop, but I just want to be done with Avarice. And I think I could get enough gear to get set up for next season without it. So I would maybe set myself like an item level goal on this character if I was going to switch to it. The funny thing is I literally have a priest who I've done a ton of Avarice on who has great gear, but she's my undead priest, which in my brain was my shadow priest. If I was going to switch mains, I would probably play a gnome. Try to do a 20? Oh, I've timed all the 20s. I did that already. I have every portal this season. I could do it on other classes, but I'm not that invested. Speaking of Heritage Armor quests, doing the Night Elf and Forsaken quest pushed me over to getting the mount at the traders. Oh, nice! Do you have the Avarice achievement? Finished the entire raid. Didn't count anything in the achievement. I'm assuming so? At least for finishing the raid. I haven't finished the whole meta achievement yet, though. Yeah, I've got the heroic Avarice achievement. We finished the Chivas. Nice. We're gonna do a few more of them tonight, I think. So dramatic, but I think if my cracked gem doesn't drop tonight. If my cracked gem does drop tonight, then I'm just gonna have to get over myself and grind out the stuff to make the thing and then just have the thing ready for next patch. But if it doesn't drop tonight, I think I might re-roll. Or not re-roll, but like switch mains. I might set up a different character to raid on next year. Yeah, we were. We didn't try it last week because we had a member that missing. Somebody was traveling that really wanted to do the achievements with us, so we sat out a week. Yeah, there again. Another 37 plus some BOA. I do appreciate that if I'm grinding out the currency on one character and I get these items to drop, yeah, they're armor specific, but I can still send them like to other characters that might need them. I wonder if they would then be catalyzable. Good question. Because yeah, that puts me up to 195. Do I save up for the pets first or the mount first? Probably the mount, eh? Don't see any good reason why not. Imagine if it dropped and you just accidentally deleted it. Yeah, that's just, it just doesn't seem that likely. I know it would be awful, but I feel like we've gone through that with everything that has taken a long time to drop before. What if it's in your bank? What if it's in your regent bank? What if you got on a different character? What if you deleted it? I don't accidentally delete things like that. I accidentally vendor armor, but it's not a piece of armor. It's an item. You can convert the armor tokens into LFR tier gear. Yeah, that would be nice for, I think Boy could probably use some stuff. Or if I somehow level like a mage, and I have a mage ult that needs gear. I have a problem with keeping named weapons, like Solthraze. My colleague at work are mad wowheads, talk about how cool you are all the time. Oh, shucks. Tell them Hazel said hi. Oh, if it drops tonight, you accidentally delete it to be a priest. Oh, I see. I misunderstood. I thought you were insinuating that it already dropped and I didn't notice and then deleted it. Yeah. I'll make the thing if I get it. I promise I'll make the thing if I get it. I have the gold. I'll stick it out. It would be something. But if it doesn't drop, I might be done. I might be done. Seems like the coalescence stuff is not very time gated. It seems like you can kind of just grind it out. Because the rares keep spawning. I wonder if like you kill every rare once and then you kind of can't do them again. I don't remember if I've done this route already. Make the thing for the transmog. Why switch mains though? Tighter preservation? I'm tired of the legendary not dropping, and I don't want to heal next tier without the legendary. If I could have had the legendary, if I had just been luckier, I think it would feel bad to try to do good numbers on a class where it I know not everybody else would have it, but it would feel like everybody else had it. The other evoker in my raid would have it. It's just... And yeah, no, preservation is fun. I like the spec a lot. I think the spec is super fun to play. I don't really like being a Drakthir that much. I would rather be a different race than Drakthir. I haven't gotten it yet either. I've killed it on Heroic every single week since they announced Bad Luck Protection, including pugging it on the 1 week where half of my raid was gone. And I just haven't got it yet. I think that I have a decent chance of getting it tonight because of all that Bad Luck Protection. But it's not a guaranteed chance. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Same here, no dice. Yeah. No, it cannot show up in Vault. It's not technically a drop off the boss. You kill the last boss, and then if you get it, it insta goes to your bags. You don't have to loot the chest or anything. It will insta go to your bags, and it'll print to the chat log for the raid to see that you got the cracked gem. I think you can just grind this. I'm pretty sure I killed this one already. If you could wake up as a race Nazareth, which race would you be? Is it boring to say human? Because I am a human. Yeah, we don't know any details about exactly how much Bad Luck Protection is. I know that it's more if you're killing on Mythic than it is on Heroic, and I know that it's none if you're doing it on Normal or LFR. Those are just continuing to be the same random chance they always have been. So, but we don't have any hard data. They're never going to tell us. Wish Drakthir had more armor slots? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can still mong for your Visage form, and I do, but it's not quite the same. I really like being a gnome. 242. Ooh! I am... Oh no, I don't want to use that. I want to send it to a... Wait, is it soulbound? No, it's account bound. I could send that weapon to a different character that needs it. Yes, it looks like any rare in the zone, when the Dream Surge is up, gets this kind of aura. So people are definitely doing the rares, which is more than you could say previously. I wonder if I'm going to be okay. I saw other people landing and I was like, surely everyone will dive in with me. Safety in numbers. I have the Heroes of Azeroth at my back. And if nothing else, then maybe somebody's tagged it and I can fade. Yeah, somebody else tagged it. That's good. Human and then undead. I know what you mean, but in that context, it sounds really grim, like you know something that I don't. You know something that I don't. Am I gonna make it? Considering rolling a gnome? A deep gnome, to be exact. Where's my... Oh, no, I guess I don't have one. Let's sort out my bars a little bit. 26 coalescence. Yeah, the rares are pretty good for that. The rares are pretty solid. And then Waking Shores is nice because you have a ton of them out here. Oh, he's in the cave. He's downstairs. Who wants to go downstairs? Downstairs is stinky. It's too far. Elemental Storm and Infernum over there. Alright. Could do more world quest too. I could show support to Rathian or Sibelian. I don't know if I want to do all that. I could. It's something. I think I'm gonna Hearth. I'm gonna take a short break. And then maybe Forsaken Heritage when I come back. That sounds reasonable. That sounds like a fun fun thing to see if I can do within 45 minutes. Well, I might be up for a few minutes. 40 minutes. BRB. Alrighty. I'm back. Just learned there are flying green orbs that give you coalescence. Neat. I saw them, I got a few when I was doing... whatchamacallit? I got a few of those when I was doing the dragon races. That's right. Are they elsewhere as well? Wake up as a Defias bandit, die in about 10 minutes to people killing us on a farm. Wake up as a Defias pillager and begin laying waste to, to the community. Alright, she's in a Caractacus spot. Shall we see if anyone's listing a group? War mode off. I come. Ooh, what's up? Found about 20 so far. Seem to be all over. Oh, cool. Okay. It's kind of fun. Little scavenger hunt. No, well, no what. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Okay, I need Forsaken Heritage Armor. Oh, I remembered. I just remembered this might really suck. Alright, well, let's go back to Voldraken for a start. We'll go to Orgrimmar and poke around. It's entirely possible that I am missing prerequisite quests. And I reserve the right to be cranky about it. Also, these are dirty. It's amazing how much more often you need to clean your glasses when you have a tendency to get licked in the face by a puppy doggy. I think I actually need to wash my glasses cleaning cloth. I think sometimes I'm just moving the dirt around. Pain, but not too bad? Okay. Call of Lordaeron. I guess the thing I'm stressed about is not that I'm missing a thing, but that I'd have to figure out, okay, well then, if the thing I'm missing, I know what the name is. Where do I start it? Am I in the right phase for that? Like, it seems like every time there's a simple thing that it's like, oh, just go here and do that. Then I like try to go there and do it, and it's not there, and someone's like, oh, well, I thought you did this other thing, and it becomes like a 14-layer sundae of stuff that I haven't done yet. The game or the universe just expected me to already do, and it's just never as simple as it sounds. Every time. We've been here many times before. Maybe not every time, but a lot of them. But I'll poke around, because I do want to get it done. I've been waiting for Forsaken Heritage Armor for a long time. I know it's not that one. I know it's not this. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. We're going to untrack that. We're going to go to Orgrimmar and poke around. We'll get to the bottom of it. I have some water. Orgrimmar, Kalia by the Hold. Okay, I'll try that. Call to Lordaeron. Shadowlands Chilling Summon. It is promising that it appears that those are the only two things on my map. If there were other things, they seem to be filtered out, which I appreciate. This character's got some gear, so if there is combat, she should be fast at it. Hi. Meet her in Brill. Speak to a Forsaken Mage for a teleport. I appreciate it. We'll see if we can crank through this before noon. Well, that's good at least. That's better than I was anticipating. I'm just having flashbacks to... Oh man, trying to get Zuldazar phased for this character's like free BFA mount, and then there was another thing. There was another thing that was just ridiculous. Like there was a portal that wouldn't work until I abandoned a completely unrelated quest from a different expansion. I was fuming. Speak to all kinds of different people. Okie dokie. I wonder if I ever did this on any character? Or if I just, like I did it before but not on this character, or I don't know what my deal is. The fish makes such funny sounds. A lot of quest phasing in BFA got messed up at the start of Dragonflight. Mm-hmm. Me. How to do this for Dark Ranger and a Hunter. That sounds like something I didn't do. That sounds like something I never got around to. Finished both Night Elf and Undead Heritage Armor Quest. Favorite was Undead. Yeah, people were saying this one was longer. People were saying this one was a bit longer. Although I guess I'm kind of unfairly padding the length of it right now because this was previously available. I just never did it on this character. Is there any world where I would main an Undead? I think she's a really fun, like, Shadow Priest doll, but I don't know if I would ever, not when I could be a gnome. Extra XP for leveling? There's currently some extra XP for leveling in the Waking Shores because that's our currently active Dream Surge zone. And then I heard there was something going on in Wrath Classic that's like a different thing. One more of these guys. So I'm gonna have to do this again. On a, what, a Horde Hunter? Or just any hunter? Probably a Horde Hunter. I do have a Horde Hunter. Although, they're not a... Would it have to be the right race? Because my Horde Hunter is a troll. I have one at least. That's something. Yeah, I'm gonna forget about that for now. One race-specific quest line at a time. Safarex, thank you for the 18-month resub. Back to work. They done an elf hunter, got all the rewards. Oh, okay. Wait for the Dragonflight Troll Heritage quest. Yeah. Troll, I think, would be really cool. That one has to be good. My bag slots look so tiny to my eyes after having played Classic. Oh, that's neat. I didn't know you got a disguise if you did it on Alliance. Meet the Callie, hello. What am I doing without a pet out? On this character, I filled up an entire bar with pets that I thought that my undead priest would like. She's got like some undead cats. She's got an infected fawn. She has a blight hawk and some birds. She's got a wicker pup. I figured I would get all the spooky stuff. I wonder if I would change my gnome's hair. I could give her pink short hair like me. I might like that. Yeah, I know gnomes aren't the best for seeing transmog, but I would argue they're pretty far from the worst. I would say that mecha gnomes and Drakthir are both worse. Plus, I like the energy that gnomes have. I've always liked the kind of contradiction between the very bubblegum cute sweetness of them and this kind of exasperated undertone of I will kill you if I don't get my coffee that I've always kind of thought was endearing about them. The wicker pup I'm pretty sure was BFA archaeology, but I'm not 100% on that. Wicker pup, am I right? Zone Drustvar. Maybe there was a different color of it that was archaeology. Not archaeology? Questline? What am I thinking of? Was there a recolor of it? Cursed chests. Oh, yeah! Didn't I make a YouTube video about that? I feel like I remember making screenshots of it. Also, Kelly's bubble's getting smaller. There is one from archaeology, yeah. Unless we just call it something else. Do you think the loam rep grind is bad? No. No, it's not too bad. Takes a bit of doing, but it's not ugly by any means. If you're lazy and you don't mind it taking a while, you just don't want to put a lot of active time into it, you can uh-oh. I think I took the wrong portal. That sent me to Maldraxxus. Whoopsies. Oh no, this is where I'm going. Never mind. I took exactly the right portal. I was saying something. It's gone. Head empty, no thoughts, just bees. Oh, yeah, if you want to be lazy but the loam rep grind, you do Researchers Under Fire once a week. Join a group if you can to get the most possible levels of completion out of it, although they may be harder to find these days. And you'll get like and then just do your digs. Do your weekly digs. That'll get you a decent chunk of the way. If you want to grind it faster than that, you can also mix in like all the world quests. But I did a decent chunk of the tail end of that grind just by doing Researchers Under Fire. You were going to say you can do Researchers Under Fire. Yes, precisely. Oh, Restored Revenant, the name of the Wicker Pot from Archaeology. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. The different color. You're absolutely right. Even though we have new backpacks? Well, the Black Dragon Skull backpack. I wonder if they're ever going to recolor that one. It seems like the kind of thing they might reskin for the trading post. It's a nice one. It's a big grind, too. The Jeffs meet again. Or maybe meet for the first time. I don't remember if the Jeffs have met yet. This isn't exactly a very spooky undead Shadow Priest mount, but it's a big fishy. It's so pretty. I love this one. Okay. Am I still doing the Lordaeron thing? I wouldn't put it past me to just accidentally start doing Shadowlands stuff. They want me to absorb. Oh, I see. Well, do I see? I do see. Did I need to pick that one up? I might need to pick that one up. I think I might have missed grabbing that. Yeah. Sure did. Nothing but a flying koi fish sounds spoopy. I mean, maybe the noises that it makes. You mount up on it and it goes me, and that's a bit strange for a fish. Self-contained, just a long old questline. Okay. 10.2 teaser popped up on Twitter. Any big surprises or just tease? Fish just has a lot to say. Just name there's a Wowcast tomorrow. Okay. That works for me. That actually works very well for me. Do you think Evokers should have access to Fangs of the Father? The Rogue Daggers? Just because of the Neltharion thing? can't talk to people. I've lost my art of having conversations. The only thing that came into my head was no. It's a rogue legendary, but I think it's a lore question, and I'm really out of my depth with that. I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go. Kill the plague rock. Stick to what you're good at. No, not a no. Oh, I'm just not very, I'm just not super up on anything lore or story related. It's not something I follow. At least I feel like we're trucking through this quest. I don't know if maybe I'm only like 2% into it, but... Oh, that was close. Yeah, this undead looks awesome. I don't want to invite, I want to inspect. Oh, I can't. I just wanted to check out the hair. Lore is a major factor keeping me invested. Oh. Don't you do LTP automatic quests? I do. I turned it off earlier in the stream today because I wanted a chance to read the Heritage Armor quests, just to have a... Just because I was curious to read a little bit of it. I will probably turn it back on again later, though. WoW has an update. Stuck on initializing. That's usually my biggest tell that I've been raid logging too much, is when I'm late to raid because it won't just chuck the update, like it just gets frozen like that. And sometimes if I leave her like 5 or 10 minutes, it will figure stuff out, and then sometimes I just have to hard reboot everything. I wonder if he's gonna let me turn into him, or if I have to, like... Because I'm basically in Brill, aren't I? We're Brill adjacent. Undead looks fabulous. Oh, I thank you. She's wearing somewhat troll-like armor. Do I have... I mean, I guess I'll put her in Heritage once I get that. Which I understand is not quite yet. Deploy Plague Eaters. This is quite a bit. We haven't even started the Heritage armor. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done today, because we only have another, like, 28 minutes, and people were saying that the Forsaken one takes longer than the Night Elf one, and the Night Elf one took me a minute. that one did take me a minute. I want... Oh, that one's, I guess, just too far. Is that deploying a Plague Eater? No, Bat Riders. Deploy. Wow, these have a really limited range. I have to be pretty much right over top of it. It's kind of boring. I play WoW with the sound off. The fish sound is rocking my world right now. Is it super loud? I can adjust it if it's too much, but yeah, I turned, I think, the sounds up because somebody told me about the fish sound and I had to hear it for myself. Yeah, my understanding is you do have to do the Call to Lordaeron questline before you can start Forsaken Heritage Armor, unless you've done it on that character already. But I definitely never did it on an undead. I don't know if I ever did it otherwise. It looks vaguely familiar, but I think there was another Lordaeron scenario cutscene that had something to do with Sylvanas that I think I might be confusing this with. Not loud, no worries. Okay. I know sometimes my sound gets a little bit out of whack. I check it once in a while, but probably not as often as I should. Sometimes I try to brainstorm, like, if I was going to give myself a stream makeover, aside from just emotes and alerts. Because I don't really want any overlay stuff. I don't feel like that's my vibe, to have, like, a lot of chunky stuff on the overlay. I kind of like it being fairly clean. I could do new alerts, and I could do new sounds, and I could do new emotes. That's kind of it. It's kind of all I got. I feel like the stream is about as good or bad as it's ever going to be. A new header with a mildly. I mean, I was going to say with an updated photo, but I could just, you know, kill the photo and then it doesn't matter that the photo's out of date. I don't know if I would. I have 2 icons that I use, and both of them are avatars of me, and neither one of them are remotely accurate anymore. And I'm hesitant to just keep updating the avatar because I just change my hair too much. I look different every year. I like looking different every year, and I don't particularly plan to commit to a look because that doesn't sound like me. So it's either keep what I have now and just don't worry that it doesn't match at all, or come up with something that's not an avatar. Kira and Moose stuff. Plants. I'm thinking for like the logo icon though. Because I've thought before about using my vector logo, like the nut graphic that's that I use for sub badges as my icon. And I could use that and that would make it cohesive. But I've always felt like it was kind of blah to do that. It just seems a bit impersonal and cold. Like it just makes me look more like a brand. And I know technically I am a brand, but like I don't like being reminded of that. It's not something I want to put forth front and center. You know. Did you draw your own avatar? No. Both of those were artist commissions. I commissioned one of them and then another one was commissioned and gifted to me. Or maybe it was done for me by the artist and donated. But the vector graphic I did. Kira and Moose. I like them a lot, but I don't know if I want to use them as logos for my business. Both because it would be extremely heartbreaking one day if they ever reach the end of their lifespan and I'm still doing the business to have to either transition or be reminded of it constantly. And then secondly, because I'm not against posting photos of my babies and sharing from my life, but I don't know if I want to front and center them in like the work quite that much. I like emotes of them for sure, but maybe not like my main icon. What if your avatar is like the poster for the movie Split? Each crack of the mirror is a different version of you. Oh, I am getting progress. It's just very slow. Yeah. It's not a pressing issue. I think if I was going to try to give myself an online makeover, there would be a few other places to start first. It's just something I think about sometimes. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe we're not going to make it into Forsaken Heritage today. That's okay. We can save something for next stream. Discord schedule is updated. I have a Discord schedule? I genuinely have no idea what that means. Then no. Okay. Oh, it still has you streaming on YouTube twice a day. Oh. Yeah, I definitely don't do that anymore. I'll write that down. Whoops. It's the problem with having too many things posted in too many different places. I won't say it's impossible to keep them all up to date, but it gets very messy. There we go. All done. Visual reminder won't be anywhere near as painful as the hole in your life. Won't shy away from having pics of them. I think that's fair. I just know that sometimes, I know that getting asked about stuff can sometimes get to me over time, especially if it's frequent. When I moved out and separated from my former spouse and the dog stayed with them, I got a lot of questions about that. A lot of people understandably wanted to know if Joker was okay, where was he, what was going on, and that really ground me down because I love him, the dog. I really miss the dog. And it was just something that there's, you know, it's just a tough thing in life that can happen sometimes. And just because I had made it public online, it was something that I fielded questions from quite a bit. So I'm hesitant to... I'm aware of that situation whenever I talk about stuff online now, because it's not just an answer a question once or with the people you know. There's people that will have watched you 2 years ago, but then not recently, and then they're going to want to get caught up. And that's fair and understandable. They're not doing anything wrong, but it does kind of get to you over time. But it's just a tough thing. Have you had your hair short for our Pacific Northwest winters yet? And if not, how's the hat collection coming along? I shaved it last January, so I did have I had my buzz for the winter last year. Not like November, December, but January, February, March. I had the hats from the get-go. I had it from the off. I liked it a lot, honestly, because when I had my longer, curly, or frizzier hair, I was hesitant to even wear hats because it would smoosh my curls and it would make them even frizzier, and it was just a pain to fix. And now I can kind of put on a hat and then take off a hat and then move on with my life, and then that's the end of that. It's great. Witness the formation of the new Desolate Council. You betcha. You married because you wanted to live with the... Oh, Joker. His name is Joker. Joke, albeit not a funny one. No, I got you. Not ironically, but funnily enough, I met my previous spouse on a dating website, and the profile photo that drew me in included the dog. It's true what they say about that. Oh, witness the formation. I'm witnessing. We're witnessing. Want a buzz? Lazy to maintain so often. That's fair. That's fair. I do like a good mow. I think you cut your hair about the same time, decided to grow mine out. Witness faster. Are you doing the prerequisite to the undead heritage? Yeah. Yeah. I do have a lovely dog now. I took him, we went for a hike yesterday, and you pass a lot of other people that are hiking, and he made some people saw Moose and fell in love. Holy smokes. He's just really cute, and he's really good too. So like if people are passing by, I would like call him over to the side of the trail and have him sit to give people some space for their dogs to walk by, and he would come over and he would sit, and people would just be like, puppy, because he's really sweet, and he's also very good. He's a very, very good boy. Hello. Looking for someone doing those quests. Yeah, my understanding is that you have to have done it on the Heritage Armor quest. On the character that you would like to do Heritage Armor on. You need to have the Call of the Forsaken done. Such a well-behaved young man. Sometimes. He's still a puppy. He's still quite young, so he'll definitely he's not perfect, but we're doing real good. He was so funny. He just like loves watching things, right? Because he's a puppy. He's curious. He's trying to figure out his world. And we saw at the lake, I didn't take him swimming because of the algae warning, but some other people were taking their dogs swimming. And we walked by this big golden retriever, and a man sitting on a bench with a golden retriever, and he was throwing a stick for the dog, and the dog would jump into the lake off a decent, not a cliff, but like dog would jump off of a decent height rock into the lake. And it was like a big old golden, so it would jump and it made a huge splash every time. And Moose was just watching this being like, you can do that? He just wanted to sit and watch the dog jump in and swim, and then he wanted to jump in and swim. Like, not today, bud. Next time, I promise. I'll find a lake without the bloom. It was so cute though. He's so funny that he wants to meet and play with every dog until they get close, and then if they're big, then all of a sudden he's like, never mind, and he'll hide behind me, and then he'll poke his nose out, and he gets his confidence back up pretty quick. But he's like, it's all big. He's so excited about it until he's like, oh geez, you're huge, and then he'll be like, Mom, save me. Midnight doesn't fly. That Midnight doesn't fly. Does he still sit at cats? If you ask him to. If you ask him to, he will still sit at cats. He sits for dogs all by himself, which is... At this point, I'm trying to slowly work on having him just continue walking by with dogs, because otherwise, if your dog's sitting and waiting for them to go by, that's great until their dog starts sitting and waiting for you to go by, and then you're in a doggy standoff. So I'm trying to practice the continue walking. But he does good. He walks a lot better on trails than in the city. I think just because there's so many distractions in the city. And there's like good stuff to sniff on the trails too, but not quite as many. Are we in Forsaken Heritage territory yet? Holy moly. Must be starting the Heritage armor now. Yeah, it seems reasonable, because I got the achievement for the Lord Around thing. Speak to Deathstalker Commander Belmont at the Southern Wall. Just when we get our feet back under ourselves, someone wants to knock us down again. How rude. The Scarlet Crusade has gotten a toehold in Fenrisal. Go help. Does he not know he is huge? He's still not as big as like grown-up big dogs. He's working on it though. He's officially bigger than the small dogs, and he is the same size as the medium dogs. But he wants to play with all the puppies. That's why I hate walking the city. Don't want to deal with cars. He actually doesn't mind traffic noise at all. An ambulance went by, and that gave him some wide eyes. Like, I had him sit. We pulled over for the ambulance. We just kind of sat back on the sidewalk a little bit until it was gone, because it was very, very loud. And he was just like, but then it went by and he saw it was fine. He's like, all right, cool. I think that's basically socialization, is just having him see a bunch of things that could be scary and then have him figure out through context cues and everybody's relaxed body posture that there's nothing to worry about, and then he knows there's nothing to worry about. Just showing him all the stuff early. I want this one. Speak to the Forsaken Dreadmage. Wasn't the Scarlet Crusade already defeated? He's like, yes. And... Sirens are horrible because their hearing's so much better than ours. Yeah, I think he's absolutely going to try and be a lapdog. It's going to break his heart when he doesn't fit in his favorite chair anymore. He's going to squish himself in there anyway, I know it. Oh, I'm full of flight stones. Do I need to upgrade anything with flight stones? Do I have any? I'm probably low on crests. This character's got a lot of Hero 4 of 5 stuff, and she would not have... She has an enchanted crest, but she doesn't have an extra crest. Does she have Mythic Plus rating? She must, right? Mythic Plus? Yeah. I want to buy some of those. I don't want to burn these flight stones. It's not that many flight stones, though. It's like 10. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I should have, before I came out here, I should have gone and... Well, you know what? I guess I could always do it and come back. Can I come back here? This is just regular Sepulchre, right? Like, I could just come back here normally. I'm assuming. Because I kind of want to go back to Veldraken and buy some of those BOA boxes. But send them to who? Who am I even gearing? I don't know. Nobody. Still have to gear basically every alt. I've just accepted that a lot of my alts won't get geared. That they're as geared as they need to be for... What is it that they want? Notice to all undeads destroyed. We're taking acid to get rid of paper. Is it posted inside? Is it outside? I'm assuming someone's put up a inflammatory notice. It doesn't seem to be inside, though. On trees. Oh. I just see one. I'm gonna find it. Is it on this tree? Oh, no, it is over here. It isn't on the building. They just hit it. It's right over here. There we go. To all undead, the land weeps beneath your foul presence. My head auto-completed it with the burn book. The burn book thing about being fugly from the Mean Girls. Oh. A little hard to see sometimes. Oh, I didn't even destroy it. Oopsie daisy do. Oh, I had bad aim. There we go. Yeah, the fish is a 6-month sub mount. I'm assuming I'm not going to get this all done in one sitting today, but it'll make it a lot faster to finish up tomorrow. And this also seems to count towards my trader's post bar, so that's kind of nice. I've done something. Done a few things. Oh, I guess we did enough quests to get the quest one done as well. There would have been just like a... Yeah, doing regular quests. We've done 7 of 15 world quests too, so we're not too far off from getting that. What else do we want to do? Weekly crafting quest? Oh, that's easy enough. I think I can literally turn in some saxifrage on my main and get that one done. We'll get 100 points for completing this line. We've done 2 of 3 waking dreams. That one looks like you could do it a few times over. Oh, and then you get 100 for doing 15 waking dreams. I see. Did you do the quest for the old Dreadsteed? I don't think so. If I had to guess, I don't think I did. Mr. Moose has to go back to the vet to get another vaccine today. I think he's going to be excited at first until he figures out that it's like, I'll bring some bribery. I'm going to try and make it a nice a nice trip for him. He'll get him some yummy stuff, but he may not be super pleased. He had so much fun yesterday though when I took him on that hike. He saw the trail and his tail just started going, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This looks like fun. Let him jump in a lake after. Gotta find a cleaner lake. Tonight's gonna be one of those nights where you've just got kind of... It's not that busy. I should be very clear. My life is not that busy, which is why anytime I have like more than one thing to do in a day that I don't normally do in that day, or in a given day, basically, it feels busy. We're doing the vet, and then I've got raid somewhat shortly after that. And there's enough time for all of it, but squeezing in dinner before raid kind of gives me the same energy of trying to eat something real quick after school and before like a, band practice as a teenager, dance class. Scarfing your granola bars before you head in the building. I think that what I'm going to do, because I'm going to end up taking a break on this anyway, is I'm just going to head back and buy some of those boxes. What if there's a crocodile in the lake? There's a sturgeon apparently in Thetis somewhere. It's the Thetis Lake monster. I won't be around later, but when the Scarlet Crusade screams, "Don't eat me," consider killing and eating them. Surprisingly satisfying. That sounds enjoyable. I would like that very much. I want to buy... Where are they from? I forget. Is it in here? Someone will let me spend flight stones to buy armor boxes, but I don't remember where I buy them. I thought maybe it was by the vault. Well, not there. People don't want to get eaten. They shouldn't be so delicious. I kind of want to play an undead character on Hardcore Classic just to have cannibalize, but is it you? No. It's in Loam. Oh, that's right, it is in Loam. Do they plan to allow us to use other mounts for dragon riding at some point? Yes. We don't know when. We don't have a when confirmed yet. It would be cool if we found out something about that soon. But, yeah, eventually. Lazy take the flight master to low. I'm guilty of that too. Want a dragonfly my witch's broom? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think they've announced a wowcast for tomorrow. Didn't they announce that it is the... I haven't looked at the thing yet. I heard that Blizzard tweeted something. I want my smoldering ember word to be dragon riding. There's an undead mage mount. Waiting for the albino silver drakes from the interjection quest with the redneck hair. I would like to... I mean, sure, I'll pick it up. That's not what I meant to do, though. Is it the lady that's outside? Is it Spinsoa? Oh yeah, it is. What a weird place for them to stick that vendor. All right. I just want to spend down some flight stones because I'm pretty sure I don't need them on this character. And she can get a bunch of... It's just 398 stuff, but that will help some alts. I'll save like 250 stones. I don't know who I'm going to mail those to. I don't know who needs them. Someone. Boy. Oh, man. You know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait out the vendor period rather than... Oh, man. Having to confirm that I do, in fact, want to forfeit the refund period. New Twitch drops. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Captain Kibbles. Rather than use regular mounts with normal flying. I'm hoping eventually they do both, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. Can I get one more? I would love to get one more Karak to kill in, but that might be too much to ask. Let's see if Ripsy can find a group. See what kind of gear she needs. Show your hardcore character. Oh, that's a good idea too. I won't do anything on it, but I can show. Let's see, is Karak up? No? Okay. Yeah, I'll show my hardcore character real quick. Another hour of hardcore. Nah, I'm hungry, man. I got leftovers for lunch. Oh. Here's my ghost. Rip Hazel the Warlock. The Warlock I remade, but I haven't I've been playing the hunter too much. Same thing with this other hunter. She's been kind of left in the dust a little bit because this one's too fun. Shoulders. Yeah. What's left over? I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Did you solo? Both. I soloed, and then I also did do some questing with Flabby as well, because he kind of, we got to a point where he was going to start Ashenvale quest, and I was going to start Ashenvale quest, so we did a few of those together too. All right. I have got myself some Hillman's shoulders. I've been buying gear on the auction house. I've been trying to get gold by selling things. I have 3 gold currently, 3 gold 23, and then I've been trying to keep my gear somewhat up to date by just purchasing greens. It's why I think that solo self-fend without doing that would be dramatically harder, because you get huge power upgrades from having your gear somewhat up to date. Did they ever fix this? No. I lost my old one anyway. But yeah, I've got some greens. I bought myself some weapons. I'm dual wielding now. I've got double daggers with Agi on them. I got a heart ring and then a ring from a quest. I got some heavy armor kits that I bought that I put onto my gear. I just got 25, so I'm now using razor arrows. I just gained the ability to use those. Oh, nobody bought my shield. And I am halfway, 36% through level 25. I'm just about ready to go to the wetlands because there aren't a ton of quests that I feel good about. I'm not really ready to go up here. I don't want to do that. That's an escort quest. I have like a wolf flank quest to do. I don't really want to cross the river because there's horde guards over there and that's kind of danger. And I've done some of this too. I've done Stone Talon. These are like level 27s. I'm not really ready for those either. So I'm thinking maybe wetlands. I'm thinking it might be wetlands time soon. But I might also just grind another level or two worth of like furbolgs or something in this character before I move on. Earning gold has mostly just been killing mobs, farming them, and then selling the stuff I get. If I get decently itemized greens, I'll post those in the auction house. And if I get extra cloth, I've let my my first aid's a little bit behind. I do need to train wool bandages and start making those, but I have made a fortune from selling wool. It went through a hot moment price-wise for a little bit. Tuna is indeed gone. Long live trout. I was farming Naga just for gold and experience in the ruins of Mathestra in Northern Darkshore, and I saw the cat figurines and I was like, well, if I'm here, I guess I'll find out. And I managed to get the cat to spawn and I impulse committed to it. So rest in peace, Tuna. Long live trout. Hardcore is a separate server type for Classic that has a permadeath rule. Your character cannot resurrect. If they die on this server, you'd have to transfer them to a regular server. If you're choosing a Classic realm, it's in regular vanilla Classic, not Wrath. Regular Classic era, there is a little tab at the bottom here where you can select a hardcore server if you like. And that's when you can make the permadeath characters. You cannot loot other dead players. It's really surprisingly fun. I didn't think I was going to put nearly as much time into it as I have so far, and I'm planning on putting in quite a bit more. You don't know how precious every little bit of power you get is until it's all at a danger of dying at any moment, unless you stay safe. Congrats on the level. Why, thank you. Am I late? I am just about to wrap up for the day. Hello, you're not too late to say hi live, but I am leaving. I am leaving. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it. I had fun with the retail stream. We'll probably mix some of those in this week. I will most likely stream retail again tomorrow because I want to finish the Forsaken Heritage, and then I want to finish my Trader's Post bar, and then if I don't get the legendary tonight during raid, I might want to gear up a priest because I'm rage quitting. But if I do get the legendary, then I might have some stuff to do for that too. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.